Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunt. So I didn't mean to talk to this guy. I've been spending a lot of time up until the moment I went live here just working on stuff, and I'll talk to you about what that is. But before I do that, I need to move things. Hold on. Got things in my way. It's always a mess when I have this set up, you know. Okay, so basically, one thing that you're going to notice is that below me, well, not really below me, more like over here, yeah, over there, there's only going to be the YouTube link there. There's no Twitch link, and the reason why is because, for the time being, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent solution, but I'm not going to be going live on Twitch anymore. I'm technically live on Twitch right now, but that's only so that I can probably even stream privately on Twitch, I don't know. But the point is that my intention is to still be able to download the Twitch stream and also clip videos, well, clip the streams so that people can watch those if they choose to. But, yeah, there's no more going live on Twitch really, or at the very least there's no more watching my stuff live on Twitch for the reason that I did some more research into the whole situation with streaming on Twitch and YouTube, and I came to the realization that there is no fix. Or at least the fix that I was looking for doesn't exist. I was correct in that YouTube and Twitch work fundamentally differently to one another, and therefore they require different video bit rates in order to look good. So therefore, if one looks good, the other suffers. So basically, I've decided to make YouTube look as good as possible and pretty much put Twitch away, because, you know, the discoverability of Twitch is nice, but it hasn't really done me too many favors, and I think I can live without it. I think the ideal situation for me at the moment is in YouTube to hope that the VODs have sufficient discoverability, which will then hopefully lead to live viewership. Can't talk today apparently. But yeah, I spent a little bit of time making sure that my YouTube stream looked as good as possible. I confirmed again just to make sure that 1080p doesn't look good, and it really doesn't. I need to make sure that I'm even live on YouTube, honestly. No. Oh, hello. Seems that I am indeed live. It's just not appearing on my channel, so I just need to try and open this up somewhere. Oh, YouTube. It's ironic because I'm now investing in YouTube, and also, hi, number 7, good to see you. I'm investing in YouTube and it's already letting me down, you know. But it's not like it hasn't let me down before, but anyway. I have to try and find my fucking live dashboard or something, because it's not appearing on my channel for the moment. That is to say, the stream itself. So I'm trying to fucking find it on my laptop so that I can read the chats and all of that business. By the way, I haven't actually seen how many people are playing the game at the moment, so it could be a terribly low number, and we're going to experience it together, is what I would like to say. But I'm going to try and go to my YouTube studio and find the frickin' live stream there. Maybe it will be visible, who knows. But it seems that I am live. It seems that number 7 is watching, which is good. That's always a good fucking start. Okay, so no, I want to see my... The reason why it's not appearing on my channel probably is because I was doing a crapload of private test streams. So, live, here we go. Yes, I have found it in my YouTube creator dashboard, and I have to press a bunch of buttons to actually go and watch the fucking thing. Okay, there we go. Buttons, I say. Click things to watch it. Okay, we're finally open to my stream on my frickin' laptop. This is what I was waiting for. Thank goodness. Okay, so let's go and pop out that chat. Beautiful. Okay. Come on, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, so what else was I wanting to say? Yeah, I was in the middle of saying something before I actually had to worry about getting my chat appearing on the screen. I had to confirm again that 1080p was a bad resolution to record at on YouTube. It really is. It doesn't matter if I'm streaming at a bitrate far beyond what Twitch can handle. If it's in 1080p, at least in regards to the live playback, might be a little better in the VOD, but in terms of the live playback, it just looks like a pixelated mess on YouTube. So, upping the resolution to 1440, and then recording at about a bitrate of 12k, it's okay. It's pretty good, actually. I'm happy with it. So, we're sticking with that for now. If I get any indication whatsoever that Restream, which is my multi-streaming service, if I get any indication whatsoever that that is actually negatively influencing the live stream, I will cut that out completely, and there will be no streaming to Twitch, and that will be done. So the reason why I am streaming to Twitch is so I can download the stream, but some might say, well, why don't you just do a local recording, Doomlink? Well, the local recordings, for some reason, and I blame OBS for this, do not always have a perfect result. That is to say, the recording occasionally jumps, like it's losing frames, and that's really annoying. The reason why I blame OBS is because my CPU usage is at about 20%, and it still wants to jump. Now, I have the local recording at the same resolution, or the same bitrate I should say, as the actual stream itself, which makes it easier on the system again, but it still doesn't look great. I'm glad to hear that it looks good, number 7. That is encouraging. But more than anything else, it will look better in movement as well. It's when things move that it... Oh, I always accidentally do that. I always press the wrong frickin' thing, but anyway. Regardless, we've basically taken the time to get things looking good for YouTube, you know. So, hopefully everything's alright now. I don't know if it is. We'll see if... I had an issue in the previous recording that I did for Breath of the Wild, where I had the video jumping a little bit. I don't know if that had to do with the upload or the frickin'... I don't know anymore. But one thing that I can say is that live streaming has been a headache constantly. It seems that no matter what I do, something goes wrong in some regard, and it's crazy. Spain on a quest. Jake, bored. Jake is bored, apparently. Well, let's be bored together. I've got some whiskey from last night. I'm going to continue it. I didn't even have much whiskey last night, but I was... Oh. The room you selected does not exist. Well, that's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, the resolution looks... The resolution is only necessary, even though everything I'm recording here is at 1080p, the resolution is necessary at 1440p because YouTube just doesn't allocate enough bitrate on their side to the video to make it look good, so it's kind of annoying. Okay, we've got one choice of room now. We've got the Spanish room, and we're going to have to sit here and wait for them. What I should have done is talked about everything I'm talking about right now while in the room. Then, you know, I would have had to wait anyway. I've said time and time again that this is not a great game to record live. It's really not, because there's a lot of sitting around, but hey, if I'm going to sit here and talk about this stuff anyway, may as well. Hola hi says, Michael Ooh, which is a face. Okay. Now, I don't think my keyboard is plugged into the Wii U, sadly, so I'm not going to be communicating with these guys for now, but it may become necessary to do so. I'm thinking it won't be necessary because they will be speaking in Spanish. But I think it's hilarious to suggest that a specific language and even ethnicity should exist in a room like this when there's like no one frickin' playing the game. So, I don't really get it. But, you know, they have a preference for Spanish players, I suppose. But yes, and they are actual Spanish people, not just Spanish speaking. But yeah, I'm hoping everything looks alright for you guys. We'll have to see. Look, this is, in effect, another test recording that may very well be at the expense of a legitimate recording of mine. We'll have to see. What do you mean, can't you just plug it now? I'm not sure what you mean, number 7. As far as what we're doing in this game, I have mentioned it before, but I am working on bow sets. But there are certain bows that I'm probably not going to get for a long time. An example of that being the Elatrion bow. There just aren't that many people to fight Elatrion with anymore. It's hard to get a good group. As far as what I need, I think it's a Sky Swayer. Yeah, 2 Sky Swayers actually. Which is not as terrible as it was to get Sky Piercers in Tri, obviously. Getting Sky Piercers in Tri was a terrible experience, and I would not wish it on my worst enemy. Can't you just plug it in now? Oh, you're funny, number 7. No. I'm just lazy, you know. I have to get up and get around the obstacle course, that which is my stream setup. Go to my Switch, unplug it from the Switch, plug it into the Wii U. I mean, I will do it if it seems necessary, but yeah, we'll see. It's more trouble than it's worth for now. It may be worth it later. I will make that decision in the future, if it needs to be made. So I may as well give you an update on what I'm doing in Generations Ultimate. I am at about Hunter rank 619, I think it is, or 618. So I've been playing a lot of that game, obviously. And the reason why is because I've been playing with my friends that I recently got into Monster Hunter. And I'm really happy that I finally did that. You know, 11 years of playing Monster Hunter, and I finally got some friends into the game who had never played anything like it before, really. Maybe they played similar games, maybe they played RPGs, I'm not sure. I don't know everything of what they played, but I can say that their first Monster Hunter experience was an actual Monster Hunter game, Generations Ultimate. It wasn't the streamlined, simplistic version for the average gamer, which is what World was. They actually went headfirst into Generations Ultimate, under my tutelage, and have actually done really well. One of my friends in particular probably dies less often than I do, because he just plays very carefully and conservatively, and he also does pretty good on the DPS side in spite of that. So I suppose the reason why is because I don't really take care anymore. It's not like I die all the time, it's just that he dies super infrequently. And I'm really, I don't want to say I'm proud of him like I'm a father or something, but, you know, it turned out very nicely, better than I ever expected. And the other friend, he doesn't really have that much time to play, so he doesn't play as often as the other guy. But he's enjoying it, and he's doing well, and I'm pretty elated. And so we've actually got a group of four close friends, including the guy who kicked Gaijin Hunter, and we've just been playing Generations Ultimate every now and again. Most days, as far as the guy that I got into it who plays more often, we play most days for about an hour. But, and sometimes for longer. At the moment we've got him a G-rank armor set, and we've got all elements for dual blades, almost all elements for bow. We just need to finish upgrading the Black Fatalis bow. He's going rapid bow, and it's just been a really rewarding experience for me, because I've actually had the opportunity to share my knowledge with someone who knows nothing, because they're just coming into the game for the first time. Hey Spaceman. Just an update, Spaceman, I'm not going live on Twitch anymore. I don't think you ever watched on Twitch anyway, but if you did, don't expect to see anything over there. But, yeah, at the moment I'm just waiting for these people to come back from whatever quest they're on. It's just an unfortunate requirement of playing this game, waiting around. So, yeah, hopefully they will be back soon. I think they'll be back soon. They're laughing about something. Oh yes, one of them said, good job, which is, buen trabajo. Or is it trabajo? Yeah, they use a J as an H in that language, isn't it? Not a Y. I mentioned it in my last recording, I think, of this game. I think it's, oh no. I did not notice that we had Hunter rank 3 in this room. Shit. My only choice, I regret to inform you all, is to do high rank quests. I mean, he's Hunter rank 3, so maybe this is low rank at this stage. I suppose it is. This is not good at all. Well, what can I use that's fun? This is not good at all. Is this really my only option? I mean, what I'll probably do, that was, by the way, the game jumping for some reason. What I'll probably do is I'll do like one low rank quest or two, and then I'll leave the room and look for something else, because I don't really want to do low rank quests right now. The reason why I'm in this room is because this is my only option at the moment. So I will do that. I will take my one option and play the game like that. Yeah, Twitch is really just for additional discoverability, and to be honest, I can live without it. I can really live without it. Bully the low rank guy? No. I would like to encourage him to continue playing. Well, not encourage him, but at the very least not discourage him from continuing. As far as what I can use, Just something interesting, you know. I mean, I could go Greatsword. Oh yeah. Let's go... Awaken Greatsword, Nero's Anguish. Now, the funny thing is, I've never used this weapon in this game. Last time I used this weapon would have been in Try, I think. No, I think I used it in Portable Third as well. Did I? Was this my dragon weapon in Portable Third for Greatsword? I think so. Either way, let's use this thing. Of course, it's different to Try, and it works out that we're fighting Rathalos. It works out to be a different looking weapon in Try, because in Try you had two options for the upgrade, and this was the case for a lot of weapons in Try. You had the P, and then you had the G weapon. Purple being, or P being purple and G being green, and it would visually look that way. So what you see on the blade as being red right now in Try was actually just the first level of the weapon back in Try. Maybe even the first and second, and then the final upgrade would either have the red part be purple or green. I personally went with the purple one, but I did reach a point in the game where I just made the purple and green versions of every frickin' weapon, so yeah, that's how it was. But for the most part I went with purple, because purple was, from memory, additional raw damage, and green was... I don't think it was additional element, I think it was additional slots and affinity, something like that. It wasn't the difference between raw and element, it was the difference between raw and slots and affinity. That's my memory of it. What Monster Hunter game do I enjoy the most? The one that I'm playing right now, Ron. This is, in my opinion, the best Monster Hunter game because it is the third generation for me, is what Monster Hunter truly was always meant to be. Shit. Ready up. I feel like first generation was such a fucking mess that second generation was purely dedicated to fixing the absolute mess that which was first generation. It wasn't until third generation that they could actually catch up with their own errors and make a game that was in every sense Monster Hunter as it was traditionally meant to be, but also looked amazing, played amazingly, and all of that. So for me, third generation is the definitive Monster Hunter experience. With that being said, 3 Ultimate, in my opinion, is the definitive third generation experience. It incorporates aspects of Try and Portable Third, and it also has G rank. So for me, this is the game of Monster Hunter, because it's the best game of the best generation for me. I love Portable Third, I will always sing my praises for Portable Third for as long as I live, but quite frankly, Portable Third has shortcomings, one of them being that it's a higher rank game, and therefore there is less content. And there are also other things like Pierce shots sound and look awful in that game. What else? There are a lot of shortcomings in Portable Third. One of them, I suppose, is that it never got a translation in English as well, but I wouldn't really fault the game itself for that, it's not really the game's fault. But as far as playing it and experiencing it, yeah, that's a problem. But anyway. This is, by the way, a low-rank monster. I do not really enjoy fighting low-rank monsters with G-rank stuff, but... because it's such a beatdown. I mean, it's enough of a beatdown already to have a group of 3 people in G-rank level fighting a G-rank monster, but low-rank? Fucking hell. I'm taking it nice and easy, as you can see. I really would love it if we didn't have to chase this fucking monster. Why is he throwing a flash bomb? Does he think this is Monster Hunter World? Once the monsters started flying away to that extent, you can't just flash them out of the air. Bizarre. Maybe it is a world player, who knows? Yeah, there are more people playing Freedom Unite than 3 Ultimate because most people don't have the original consoles that they were played on. And it's easier for people with their PC systems to play Freedom Unite as compared to 3 Ultimate. 3 Ultimate requires better specs. Not amazing specs, just better than what would be required to emulate Freedom Unite. As far as people playing the game on its original system, like, I would say there are probably more people playing 3 Ultimate on its original system than people playing Freedom Unite on the PSP. Because, yeah, not many people still play on their PSPs, I don't think, but could always be wrong. Are we really going for a capture after all this? I don't know if they failed the capture or what, but whatever. GG says, Michael Owo, which is a face. I'll say that every time. As far as the Monster Hunter game that I have historically enjoyed the most, that would be Tri. But I certainly couldn't say that Tri is a better game than this one, even though I enjoyed Tri more, because the reason why I enjoyed Tri more was because I guess it was my first third-gen game experience, which is natural because it was the first third-gen game, but also it had such an incredible online community that I basically lived on the game for 2 years. Lived on it. I lived and breathed that game for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years, I don't know. But it was such an amazing experience in that way, but because that ultimately came down to the online community, I can't really say that the game itself was better because of its online community. Because an online community and a video game are two separate things. Because the online community is ultimately dictated by the people who play it. So, yeah, you can't really say that the game is bad if the community that plays it is bad. And you can't really say the other way around either. Yes, I know that they're finally adding Fatalis to World, and I have said, I think I've said it on camera, but I've certainly gone down on record saying this to my friends, as of a long time ago, that I would never fucking forgive Capcom if they added Fatalis to World. I would never forgive them, because the World players do not deserve Fatalis. The 4th gen players barely deserved Fatalis, because Fatalis was the 1st and 2nd gen experience that was, you know, it was to make a hunter a man. It was such an awful fucking experience that I felt that any person who fought Fatalis in 4th generation really didn't know him. They just didn't know him because he was such a test of endurance in the old games that it would be a shame for people not to know that. It would be a shame for people to just fight him not knowing that. But I was ultimately okay with Fatalis being in for Ultimate and Generations Ultimate because they did him very well. They brought him into the fold in the modern generations at the time in a very good way. But the World players don't even care about the other games. At least most of them don't. So they don't deserve the monster that really for me defined frustration in the early games. He was the definition of annoying, the definition of pain in the old games. And I don't even care if he becomes the definition of pain in World. I don't have enough respect or interest in the World players to allow them to have Fatalis, but when I put it in those terms it sounds extremely condescending, I know. But I just don't feel like the World players deserve him. Fatalis is just too special to... It's not even... The World players are not even worthy of knowing his name. They're not even worthy. Because if they didn't have Fatalis in World, most World players would not even know what that monster was. They would hear the word Fatalis and they wouldn't know what the hell it was. That's the way it should be. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that way. So there you go. I wouldn't say that Tri deserved Fatalis because Tri was a game that had only 3rd generation original monsters. So, if anything, that was further proven by the fact that we got Morales in this game. Morales is intended to be the 3rd generation Fatalis. So, these guys are talking about Spanish things. I understand you might be annoyed that you can't read it, but unless you speak Spanish, it shouldn't really be concerning you. Again, we're going to do one more low rank quest, and then we will try to look for another room. If we can't find another room, then we'll just be crawling back into this place, you know. I suppose you could also say that, I don't really agree that Fatalis is superior to Elatrion, but I will mention that it's probably incorrect to say that Morales is the Fatalis equivalent, because I think it was intended... This is actually a bit more fun. But I believe it was intended for Elatrion to be the 3rd generation Fatalis equivalent, because, you know, Fatalis was the black dragon, Elatrion's the Black Dragon. It's just Elatrion's a bit more interesting, a bit more inspired, you know. But, yeah, what should I use? What's fun? Do I have, I don't have Brachydios Gunlance, do I? Oh, is this Poison Gunlance? It is, yeah. Don't know why, but for some reason I was thinking of Lucent Naga Cougar when I saw a Poison Gunlance. Let's go and use the Shining Ishtar, shall we? Now we can't really get the full benefit out of this set without 3 slots, but it's not slot dependent, I wouldn't say. Now how many points do we have for attack? Okay, so we would need... The reason why we can't get the maximum use out of it is, or the maximum benefit is because, you know, if you can put an attack dual 3 on something, you can get attack up medium instead of attack up small, but this is fine. There's nothing wrong with this. Colourful Beasts. The Shining Ishtar is a very good Gunlance, and I believe it first appeared in the series in this... No, it first appeared in Portable Third, sorry. So it first appeared in Portable Third, then it appeared in this game. I believe. No, it could not have been in Portable Third because there was no... No, there was Gold Wraithian in Portable Third. I'm losing my mind, sorry. When you play so many Monster Hunter games, you forget what the hell's in what sometimes. But yeah, of course, Gold Wraithian was in Portable Third, and of course, this Gunlance was in that game. But, anyway. I'm ready to go, team. I will show you my skills again. We've got Guard Up +2, or rather Guard +2, Artillery Expert, Mind's Eye, Attack Up Small, and Biomaster. Biomaster just coming with the set on its own. Yeah, world players aren't real Monster Hunter players because not only are they playing a game that is literally designed to hold their hand, which Monster Hunter fundamentally is not the kind of series where that happens. Like, Monster Hunter is supposed to be a grueling test of strength, where you take this difficult thing and master it. That's how it's always been. World is not like that. World is designed for people to be able to play without knowing what the hell they're doing and still feel like they're succeeding, still feel like they are actually doing well. Monster Hunter is supposed to make you feel like you're doing shit, and it's when you start feeling like you're actually achieving something, that's when the essence of Monster Hunter is extracted. It's in that moment when you realize, shit, I finally learned how to do it. That is Monster Hunter. That is the essence of Monster Hunter. Not, oh, I'm playing this game and it immediately feels great. What's the point of that? I see no point in it. Anyway, not only is that a factor, but it's also important to note that world players don't give a shit about the series. They don't care. It's all about the newest game, because why would anything else be relevant, you know? I couldn't evade that in time, and even had I tried to evade it, it likely would have just... how do I say, hit me anyway, because that is a rather large hitbox, that particular attack. But yeah, basically, I have no respect for World or its players, and the fact that they have Fatalis in their monster lineup right now is, in my opinion, the greatest disrespect to Monster Hunter as a series and as a concept. So, yeah, I just, you know... And I have extricated myself from the Monster Hunter community because of World, because I don't understand the World players who, or rather the Monster Hunter players who played the series for a long time. I don't understand how those people can abide World. I don't know how they can enjoy it. I don't know how they can think it's fine. I will never understand them. I hope that one day they will come to realize what they are playing. I hope that they one day come to realize the monstrosity that they have helped to create by feeding it. Or perhaps I will always be in a minority when it comes to that opinion. Doesn't matter to me. I still have these games, and I'll be able to enjoy them forever. I can live with never having a good Monster Hunter game again. I can live with that. I would be sad, but I can live with it. Because we've had 4 generations of great Monster Hunter games. Well, more like 3, minus first gen. But first gen was a necessary evolution, I think. Or it was, you know, everyone has to start somewhere. No, it's fine. Like, again, there's people who don't have the old systems and all of that, but it doesn't really... I don't know. I think people should take interest in the series, but they don't. They never do. But, it is what it is. What is the next monster? Don't take it as a personal attack, number 7. We've gone over this before, you and me. But, yeah, I believe it's... Is it Rathalos as well as Zenoga? Is it Nagakuga, Rathalos, Zenoga? Something like that. I don't know. I think Rathalos is here. I'm losing natural light outside. Hopefully it's not... Oh, it's back immediately. Thank you, sun. But yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with my opinions on World, and I've actually reached a point now where I'm so emotionally dead when it comes to Monster Hunter World that I don't even have any emotions to feel anymore. I can no longer bestir myself in such a way as to say, I hate the fact that World has Fatalis, I can't fucking stand it, this has ruined my life. I can't bring myself to feel those emotions anymore because it's just... I have given all of what I am emotionally to my opinions on World because it is, in my opinion, a profanation of Monster Hunter, and Monster Hunter is my favourite game series, and, you know, I've spent 2 years losing my mind over it. It's time to just, well, it's not even, it's time to stop caring, it's just, I can no longer care. I don't know if it's because I've now desensitized myself to it, or if it's some sort of survival mechanism, but, like, I just can't do it anymore. I cannot even feel those emotions. It's over. It's just, anger has been replaced with disappointment, and just mild confusion. Anyway, you can probably tell that the frame rate in this area is really bad. Unfortunately, Area 5 is really bad performance-wise in this game. I will say that this game is great, but I don't think the port is very good. I will say that. It's not a great port. It is fundamentally a 3DS game, sadly. It should not be. But, it's still, in some aspects, better than Tri. I mean, Tri was terrible in terms of its colours. Everything was either too bright or too dark. It was awful. And all the bloom. But yeah. So yeah, do excuse the bad frame rate, guys. Thank you, N10 I appreciate that. I'm glad that there are people who agree with me. I've gone the last 2 years having one of the most unpopular opinions on the internet, it seems, because World has been such an incredible success. And it's been very hard feeling utterly betrayed. And then even having people who I feel should share in my opinions basically completely disagree with me. Sometimes violently, so. Not always violently, it's not really that way, but... yeah. Especially the people who I disavow the most are those who choose to say things like, I can't go back to the older Monster Hunter games because they feel too janky. That is one of the most sickening statements that I've ever heard. Now, if you want me to go into details as to why I find that sickening, you've missed the point, in my opinion. You don't... I've been saying this whole time that there's a certain beauty to the series, and the beauty is found in reaching a point where it becomes easy to play. That's the beauty. It goes from being a fight to, wow, this is easy and comfortable. You know, if that element is removed entirely, in my opinion, you've just lost 60 to 70% of what made Monster Hunter Monster Hunter. And that's the way I look at it. This is a true potato, but unfortunately, these people don't seem to realize that emulation is a thing. They can emulate the 3DS games, they can emulate the PSP games. So, what stops them from doing that is they think the games are too old. Why would I play a PSP game? Can you imagine a person actually deciding to not play a game as amazing as Portable Third, because it's on a PSP system, which must mean that it's an old crappy game. These are the sorts of people who don't deserve to play the series, really. Like, I don't know, what more can I say than that? You will always have those who hear the opinions that I say, and assume that I'm some kind of egotistical, elitist person who has a superior opinion to everyone else, etc, etc, etc. It's always that way. But listen, I feel extremely strongly about my opinion. I can explain my opinions in depth. So, until a person can come to me and do the same thing on their side with their opinion, I have no interest in their opinion, quite frankly. You will start to interest me in your opinion when you can start explaining how you feel properly, instead of going, I like the game. It's fine. Nothing that you're mentioning is bad, in my opinion. That's not explaining an opinion. So, yeah. I don't know. It is what it is. I can do nothing more than express how I feel about my favourite game series. Sorry. I can do nothing more than that. That is monster number 2. I don't know what the next one is. Is it Rathalos? I really don't know. I never pay attention to these things. One issue with 3rd generation in general is that you can... Well, I don't know if it's the case in Portable Third, actually. What? Objectives complete. 1 of 3? What do you mean? Was this an optional fight? I think it was, wasn't it? This was totally an optional fight. I think it's... Nagakuga, Zenoga, and Rathalos or something. I can't be sure, but... Oh, don't tell me we have to do another confrontation in Area 5. This is awful. Finally got a notification? Yeah. There you go, Jenny. Let YouTube take its time with ye olde notifications. You know, I was reading... while I was doing my research for getting my streams to look nice today, I saw an interesting thing on Reddit. It was like, YouTube gaming. And someone was like, there are 2 types of YouTubers. The people who think they deserve views, and the people who earn them. Now, the problem with this is that the person's basically suggesting that the algorithm is perfectly designed, and any person who thinks that they should be getting more views than they actually are is instead believing themselves deserving when they should instead be trying to earn their views. It's like, well... That's all well and good, but there are fundamental issues with the algorithm that you're basically suggesting that you should either be a slave to the algorithm or fuck off. I suppose we're all slaves to the algorithm. It just so happens that I don't really care about not having many views. That's a good thing. I'm glad I don't really care. Because if I cared, I would have stopped doing this 7 years ago, at least. But, yeah, I don't. I do it for fun. And I will simultaneously talk about how YouTube is fucked in many regards, but that is how it is. Yeah, Portable Third looks really good. It's funny, I wasn't used to Monster Hunter games looking really bright until Portable Third, and then when this game came out, I felt as if the game looked too bright to be a stationary Monster Hunter game. I felt like there was no reason for 3 Ultimate to look so fucking bright. I was thinking, no, this game is in Portable Third. This is supposed to be the G-Rank try. Why does it look so fucking bright? That was one of the reasons why I didn't like it. I also kind of hated that the heads-up display was so freaking small. You need a magnifying glass to see the map. I mean, look at it. Look how tiny that is. It is really tiny. But that's how it is, I suppose. It's designed for large television screens. Okay, where the hell's the other monster? What did we just kill? Rathalos. Okay, so Zenoga's here somewhere. I think it was Zenoga. I don't even know. Still playing Zelda 2? Oh, what a game. I will eventually force myself to... Oh, why are you pinging over there? Are we actually doomed to fight all these monsters except for Nagakuga in Area 5, where the performance is worse than anywhere else on this map, and almost anywhere else in the game? Honestly, what a terrible way to showcase my favourite Monster Hunter game. Oh well. I will mention that people are currently working on creating a PC experience of this game using the 3DS version and then pulling all the assets from this game and putting them in the 3DS version. So basically you get the best of both worlds. You don't have poorly optimized shit like Area 5 and Deserted Island and things like that. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, you probably have, but I have not even once tried to Wyvern Fire here. And I guess it's ultimately on account of my own laziness. So please forgive me. I've been focusing on applying poison, I suppose. But, just for those of you who care, I will Wyvern Fire. Unfortunately, the spot where we actually shoot the monster burns to actually mark the position where it had made contact. Portable Third doesn't do that, which is a problem. Damn it. Am I playing Breath of the Wild tonight? Oh, Moon Mistress is the one who spoiled the whole Master Sword thing for me. Am I playing Breath of the Wild tonight? I might. I could. Depends on how I feel. Depends if I record a shitload of this game today and then I suddenly feel like not continuing. But I often do record Breath of the Wild later on in the evening after having recorded something else, because Breath of the Wild is sort of like a shorter recording, goes for about an hour. But, yeah. Yeah, I did my Breath of the Wild recording. I was having all this fun, you know, engaging in trial and error through the Lost Woods, and I had verbally said, this is fun, I'm enjoying this, let's continue with our trial and error in the next video. And then Moon Mistress comes in the comments and tells me exactly what I need to do, and tells me exactly what the entire area is supposed to do, in terms of like getting the Master Sword leads to multiple shrines, do this to get through the Lost Woods, you need 13 hearts to pick up the Master Sword. I'm like, hold on, if I wanted to know all this, why would I not have just, or why wouldn't I have just, you know, looked at that ahead of time before recording anyway? It's pretty rough, but, yeah. You bought an unopened Legend of Zelda 3 other day for 1,200 yen. Did you mean the other day, not 3 other day? What's Zelda 3? What is that? Is that supposed to be a Link to the Past or something? If you're ever going to play Link's Awakening, the remake is the superior version. Are you talking about me? I've played all the Zelda games. But if you want my opinion on that, Potato, I can tell you to start with that you're completely wrong. Second of all, it's Link's Awakening, the game, is a 1993 portable game. It's supposed to feel the way it feels. It's Link's Awakening is a game for men. That's not to exclude women. I just mean to say that it's a game that you need to fight. Same with Zelda 2, honestly. Zelda 2 is a fucking hard game. Link's Awakening is nothing like A Link to the Past. It's nothing like it. Because A Link to the Past, you can just sort of sit there and veg out and barely pay attention to what's going on and just beat the game. Whereas Link's Awakening, you need to pay attention. And it's not always intuitive. You sometimes really need to work to progress. Like, mentally work to progress. And I think it's lovely. It's not necessarily my preferred style of Zelda, but I have a lot of respect for it. And quite frankly, anyone who says that the remake, the fucking 2019 remake of Link's Awakening is superior to the original version, doesn't get it. Because the game existed in that form for so long, and then it gets a remake. And then suddenly people play the remake and are like, this is better. Well, no, it's not better. It's different, but it's not better. Because you have to... I don't know. I don't really know what I can say about that. other than you're wrong. Just because it's literally, it's a different type of Zelda. So what have we got? G rank, here we go. This is a better room. And there's someone else that says just fun. Just fun indeed. Nothing beats the classics, yeah. I think people who don't like classic Zelda would prefer the remake, because the remake was not made for, you know, people of 1993. It was made for people of 2019. And I'll tell you what, gamers of 2019 are a bunch of pansies compared to the gamers of 1993. I will say, I'll put my hand up and say, I'm a fucking pansy compared to those people. Those people played real games. Those people played games that you just had to grit your teeth and just be like, I will beat this fucking game. Now, Link's Awakening isn't that hard, but it's for those people. It's for people who existed in that era of gaming. I can tell you now, it's not a worse era of gaming. It can be in certain cases, but... Because, for example, good game design can just be replaced with bullshit mechanics to make you play the game for longer. But, yeah. I can certainly say, as a matter of preference, people would prefer to play the remake, but saying, even as a joke, to say the remake is the superior version, in my opinion, is just ridiculous. And I think number 7 makes a good point as well. I think remakes are just too common these days. You know why I think remakes exist? I don't think... maybe I'm a bit cynical when I say things like this, but I don't think that remakes exist today so that we can bring games from a previous era into a modern era of graphics and game design. I think it's to cash in on old ideas, because people can't come up with new ideas anymore. Not all people can't come up with new ideas, certain people, like Nintendo. But, yeah, Nintendo don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. They've basically lost their minds. But... Okay, bye, mistress. And when you do come, try not to tell me everything that I'm going to be doing hours before I get to it. Trying to have an adventure. I don't know how long we'll have to wait for this team, but... oh, we've got a Hunter Rank 7, so the Hunter Ranks here are 39, 137, and my Hunter Rank, which is, what, is that 385? 365. 365. I'm looking at the gamepad, it's really far. It's tiny, tiny writing. Good thing I don't need glasses or anything like that. Remakes are a safe investment for game companies, and you know what? I think... What I don't like, I think remakes can exist. There's nothing wrong with the remake existing, because it's my choice whether or not I play it. Its very existence doesn't ruin the old game, because the old game will always exist. It's when a remake exists in place of a new game that I start to get pissed off. For example, we get things like A Link Between Worlds and Link's Awakening Remastered, or remake I should say, instead of just getting a new fucking Zelda game. I want a new Zelda game, please. But no, they don't do that. It's annoying. Anyway. I didn't see what Nintendo wrote. He retracted his message. Hopefully it was a typo and not something like, eat a big dick, Doomlink. I didn't even know Resident Evil got a remake. I don't think that needs a remake. I don't know, maybe it does. I remember well, someone told me that the old Resident Evil games were very good. So therefore, if the old games were very good, why does it need to be brought? You know, this is a good point. I didn't finish my sentence there, but you should know what I was going to say. I don't think a game that was really, really good needs a remake. Because I think a game needs a remake when it had significant shortcomings in its original version. For example, well, no, I can't even think of an example, but because usually remakes are made of good games. That's the irony, because no one's going to play a remake of a shit game, because people probably didn't play the original, therefore they have no reason to play the new one. But I think theoretically it would make a lot more sense to make a remake of a game that needed one. I think a game that was great in the year of 1993 doesn't need a remake. So I think that's because I'm a bit different to average gamers of today. Average gamers of today just play the new stuff, you know. But I actually enjoy to go back. I enjoy going back to old stuff. I'm not a retro gamer. I do not consider myself a retro gamer at all, because I don't get that much enjoyment out of NES games. I get a little bit of enjoyment out of SNES games at times, but for the most part, no. I'm a, you know, early 3D era sort of gamer. N64, PS2 sort of era. So sort of on the cusp of the end of the PS1's lifespan and coming into PS2, or like, so let's put a year date range on it. I'd say that my favorite era of game would be between 1996 and 2012. That's not retro gaming. So, at least not yet. It will eventually be, no doubt. But as of the moment, it's not retro gaming at all. So, that's my preference. But I'm not going to sit here and say, I want a remake of this retro game because I can't play it. Urgh. I bet that was the situation with Link's Awakening players. You know, people who got a lot of enjoyment out of A Link to the Past, and then they felt that Link's Awakening was too hard or something, or they felt that it was too janky, rigid, I don't know. And so they were like, I want a remake of this game so I can personally enjoy it. Nothing wrong with that necessarily, but I think it's very silly to decide that because you can't play retro games, it suddenly makes the remake superior to the game that you can't personally play. Because you were not equipped with the capacity, well, not capacity, more like, I think when you're born into the era of retro gaming, you can naturally play those games very easily, whereas a person who's born into an era past retro gaming, they go back. It's not the case for all people, but for a lot of people, they go back and they can't really play them and enjoy them that much. I would say that I fit into that category. I can't really enjoy retro games that much because I was not born into it. I didn't go to a game shop and that's all I had available to me. So therefore that's all I played. That wasn't my situation. So therefore I didn't at a young age develop the skills needed to play retro games. So yeah, I mean, I'm happy to go back and play them. I may even do that for some live stream playthroughs in the future, but yeah, no. But having said that, I'm not going to go around saying, I want a remake on Nintendo Switch of Magician for NES because I can't play Magician for NES, you know. I don't know, maybe I'm a different breed, but come on. Well, it's funny you say that, Potato, because I hate the Link's Awakening remake's art style. I fucking hate it. I hate it with an incredible passion. It just so happens that there's more to a Zelda game than art, so it wouldn't be the deciding factor as to whether or not I bought a new Zelda game, but I would love it if they didn't have that fucking art style, I'll tell you what. That fucking super polished, very round, makes me sick. But, yeah. Kinda wish gaming stopped after the PS2, yeah, if only. Technically, Demon's Souls would not exist if it stopped before PS3, yeah. I don't mind modern games, but... well, I would say that my preference is modern. I would say a game from... because if you think about it, a game from 2012, I marked 2012 as the final year of interest. I mean, that's not really truly the case. I mean, that's just a guide, that time bracket that I gave. But, yeah, the games from 2012... compare a game from 2012 to today. Like... you compared a game from the same time frame difference from the 90s. the progress in graphics was completely different. We've reached the point where games are just not looking that much better these days. But I mean, there's slight improvements, but yeah. Because really, 8 years is a long time. In the 90s? 8 years is even a long time from 2000 to 2008, but 2012 to 2020. Almost nothing. Almost no difference. Almost. At least in my opinion. So these guys will hopefully be back soon. I'm investing in them. I'm investing my time so that I can, at some point, do consistent hunts with these guys. Wouldn't it be hilarious if they closed the room after this? It wouldn't be hilarious, actually. I'd probably be crying. Graphics don't matter anymore. It's about performance with the new consoles, yeah. Great. Performance with 4K. Ooh, 4K on consoles. Let's halt gaming progression, graphically speaking, for years to come by having our home consoles play at 4K, which is totally unnecessary, actually. Like, anyway. If you're already feeling old at 15, I wish you luck in the future. It's good to feel old at 15, though. Because it means that you've really... it means you've properly lived the last 5 years, you know? Whereas some people at the age of 15, they don't pay attention to anything. They're like, oh, I'm 15, When I was 15, I didn't feel 15. I felt like me. I didn't identify myself. I didn't identify as a 15-year-old. I didn't identify... Well, no 15-year-old identifies as a 15-year-old, but... Yeah. I don't look back to who I was at 15 and see a different person. At all. So... Yeah. What are we hunting next? Hunter 65! This is the asshole who was pinging like crazy. You guys didn't see it? But this guy? So basically, let me tell you the scenario. We went into a double Brachydios quest with this Hunter 65 guy. I went into a quest. It ended up being off camera because I had to restart the stream. But basically, I went into a hunt in a double Brachydios quest with Hunter 65. We were trying to work out whether we were going to do 2 people versus each Brachy, so 2 people per Brachy, or we were all going to fight the same one. Hunter 65 couldn't make a decision. He didn't know if he wanted to go 2-manning 1 Brachy or have 4-man on 1. So he was pinging back and forth. He couldn't decide, so he would ping, say, 4 times to go to one, and then he'd ping another 4 times to go to the other, and then he would ping a bunch of times in between. I've never seen anything like it. It was unbelievable. I just abandoned before I had even engaged a Brachy in combat because I was like, I'm not playing with this guy. I thought he was joking. I thought it was a joke. You know how people ping as if, you know, they're having fun? Well, this guy was seriously pinging as a form of communication. It was the most annoying thing I've ever seen. And here I am about to hunt with him again. Let's see if we can get that shit on camera. I can't say that... I could certainly live without getting that on camera, but if it has to happen, it'll happen. If you feel old at a young age, it's because you're trying too hard to live in the past. Well, what... That's an interesting way to put it, Potato. Because it's not a matter of trying too hard. Some people just naturally live in the past. They're not trying. They don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, I have to live in the past. I can't live in the present. Okay, what happened 5 years ago? What happened 8 years ago? Yeah, let's think about that and not think about what's happening now. It's not a matter of trying. Some people just, they think about what happened in the past more than others. And quite frankly, there is a lot to learn from the past. The people who choose to not look in the past are doomed to devolve if there is devolution occurring, because basically how it works is, like, I'll give you an example. Modern society and the way people communicate with one another is absolutely bottom of the barrel compared to what it was 50 years ago. But no one knows or cares because they don't look to the past. Why do they need to? But actually, we've, as a society, devolved incredibly in certain ways, and evolved in others, but certainly devolved in some. But that continues to happen because each generation is born surrounded by the people who have also devolved, and then they will take that as influence and continue to devolve from there. So, those who choose to only look at the present are doomed to be stuck in a cycle of devolution if they do not look to the past to actually get a perspective on what the present even is. That's just how it is, you know. So, case in point, if you have a person, look at any interview, okay, for example, what's his name again? Forgot his name now. He's a guy on YouTube who's archived a lot of old stuff that he filmed in the 50s and the 60s. Look for interviews of teenagers from the 50s. Try to find some of that footage. You'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean when I say we've devolved. It's not just teenagers, it's adults. So, this is what I mean to say. There has been a devolution that has taken place, and no one cares because no one looks at the past. That's just an example of why looking at the past is important. And obviously, you shouldn't just only live in the past. You need to take the present and the future into consideration, but not looking at the past is an absolute, how do I say? It's a huge mistake, I think. What style do you recommend for heavy bowgun in Generations Ultimate? I'm assuming you're talking to me, Potato. I don't know what to say other than I don't use styles in Generations Ultimate. I've said this many times, and you've seen it as well, that I don't use styles. I would recommend whatever style you would like to play. If you want to deal an inordinate amount of damage, you can go Valor, because you can run around with your heavy bowgun like it's fucking Frontier, and you can shoot incredibly fast with your gun. It's ridiculous. It's a mess. It's unbalanced. Nothing out of the ordinary for Capcom. So, yeah, you can do that. But definitely I'm the type of person to live in the past. Not exclusively in the past, but Valor it is, yeah, have fun. Have fun. Because you will shit on everything. Everything. You know, I was hunting in Generations Ultimate last night with my friend who plays more often, the one that I recently got into Monster Hunter, and we had a Hunter Rank 999 into the room, and he's using Valor Heavy Bowgun, Orcus Quarcus Pierce. Now, I don't understand how a person can get enjoyment out of that at Hunter Rank 999. You would think that if they're Hunter Rank 999, they've already done that. They've been there, done that. They've pierce gunned a few monsters. In my opinion, you'd want to use something a bit more enjoyable. Something that would actually, I don't know, inspire you more? I don't know, but to me, that's just really boring, especially to someone who's played that much, but somehow these people still get enjoyment out of it. Hunter65 says, Flame Boy, where are you? If Hunter65 chooses to ping like crazy, by the way, I will be getting my keyboard out. Expect that. I've been streaming for how fucking long and I've barely hunted anything. Well, yeah, I do think that that's inevitable, number 7. But I would hope that humanity is destroyed. If it devolves to that extent, I would hope that it would be... whatever event would cause that would be enough to kill humanity anyway. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Well, yeah, it's very easy to be pessimistic in this current world environment. But there is always good in the world. Even cavemen were more civilized, says Spaceman. I would agree with that. Just look at the social experiment that which is Twitter and you will see that we are really not much more civilized than cavemen. Cavemen, if not less civilized. Lord Zor, says Hunter. What's going on? Bye, Flameboy. Oh my god. Bye, Flameboy. Yeah, bye, Hunter65. The reason why I left was a form of protest, because Hunter65 was going to leave without Flameboy. So you don't get me either, prick. Shit. My only alternative is this. Oh, guys. You know what I hate? People who have private rooms when there's no one playing the game. Why would you not allow someone to at least join you and help you out? Come on. It's so annoying to me. I don't understand how that works. What, are we going to somehow negatively influence your experience? Go into local play, you cunts. Well, I guess local play doesn't work that way, but you know. Should have joined the Just Fun room. That was my mistake. Had I seen that Hunter65 was the person hosting this room, I would have just entered Just Fun. But unfortunately, I didn't notice that it was Hunter65. And yeah. I apologize for the lack of hunting, guys. I really do. Cavemen were as bad as Twitter is today, yeah. The only good thing about Twitter is the NSFW artists. Well, having said that, number 7, there's a funny person on Twitter who takes art from people and redraws it to make them either obese or black or just something like that. To, I don't know. I don't even know what the logic is, but basically it's really bad. And it's hilarious. It's hilariously bad. If that person left, I'm worried that Antonio will be closing the room or something. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm back, guys. Hunter65 was my only alternative. Hi, Leon. 692. I'm sure I've hunted with this guy on a number of occasions in the past. I just don't really remember him. Can Malkle please leave so we can fuck... Is it Michael or Malkle? I can't fucking read it. Yeah, it's Malkle. Hopefully he leaves soon, because quite frankly, I don't want to do low rank quests anymore. I'm done. Old movies are a good example of things getting worse over time. I love old movies. They're so good. They're so interesting. I don't really watch movies though, so... But the thing is, I grew up on older stuff. I grew up on the original King Kong, I grew up on... Treasure Island, the 1960 movie. Not the animated movie that some people seem to associate Treasure Island with. That was a very good movie, the 1960 Disney Treasure Island movie. Very good, just so authentic. So beautiful. I just love it. Although people didn't like Jim Hawkins, but... yeah. They felt like he was too American for his role. But, I would agree with that, but... The Room is not even an old movie. What is that, 2002? Something like that? I'm talking about actual old movies, Potato, not The Room. Fucking The Room. Oh dear. Okay, so let's equip something that will deal good fire damage. How about we go Awaken Greatsword? No, we did that in the last video, didn't we? I think so. Okay, what's different? What are these guys talking about? Oh, that's right, Spanish things. Nothing of interest to me. Yeah, let's go rapid fire. Come on. So, Azurathling Sunseer, we did that in the last video, didn't we? Whatever. Let's go. She must watch The Room. How about The Room 2? Did you know that there was a The Room 2? I didn't know there was The Room 2 until I watched it like 2 years ago. Don't watch it, Jenny Jones. Oh, hi, Mark. I can't remember the, all the scenes now. There's one particular one where I think one of my favourites was when he was going to the shop to buy roses. That was hilarious. The conversation that he had with someone on the street, I think it was. I can't remember now. It's been so long since I watched it. Fucking hell, it was funny. Really funny. I'm pretty sure Tommy Wiseau was like actually drunk in the recording of The Room and The Room 2. I think he was more drunk in The Room 2. I particularly remember a scene where he was climbing into the attic up the stairs, and he was clearly inebriated beyond belief. And he oh, so bizarre. I don't know when The Room 2 was made. Might have been like 2010 or something, 2011, something like that. I don't know. I can't remember the date now, but it was a number of years after the first one. It was obviously in response to the rather positive cult reception that The Room received. Actually, some years ago saw a re-showing of The Room in a really nice local cinema. Like this real old world style cinema from like the 30s and stuff. That kind of feel to it, you know. Are we finally doing a quest? My poor viewers. Oh, that's something a little different to what I usually do. Wasn't this guy Huntering 3? Were we doing high rank the whole... No, we were doing low rank the whole... I thought he was Huntering 3. Now he's Huntering 5 all of a sudden. I don't think that... I must have been wrong, I must have misread it or something. He must have been Huntering 5 and then we were doing low rank quests because he needed low rank stuff. What is Goldbeard's weakness? Shit. What do we want to use? Is Goldbeard weak to Thunder or Dragon? Or like, what the fuck is he weak to? I need to go and open my... Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate Dex to have a look and see. Shit, I don't have it downloaded. Okay. Second option is to check the weaknesses of the armor. And quite frankly, it's a little faster to do this. So what have we got? We've got Helios, Zed, Dragon, and Thunder. Alright. Good night, Potato. Okay. So, what are we doing? What is our weapon of choice today? It will be probably Dragon. Let's go Lance, Dragon Lance, there we go. Alteos Gloralis, we already have it equipped, that works out very well. Yeah, he's hoping they didn't fucking depart without me. I don't think they're doing that, I think they're pretty relaxed, they're not aggressively ready to depart immediately. Oh, Leon is also getting ready, it looks like. At least I'll be able to show you guys some Cedeus, those of you who don't really play this game and haven't seen much of Cedeus. I'm glad that I'll be able to showcase him to you. Monsters like Hello Gen, Goldbeard, Cedeus, the ones that are certainly unique to this game, are the monsters that I want to record more often, you know. Okay, so it seems that Leon has chosen to go with Skyscraper. I don't like Skyscraper as much as I enjoy Alteos Gloralis, but I'd say it's preference-based. Grab some breakfast from a vending machine. Yeah, you definitely live in Japan, don't you? Okay, hopefully the brightness is okay. I hope it is, because... or the lighting in general for me. Because I'm losing natural light outside for some reason. I'll play this because you guys probably would like to see it. Japan is the future. Well, they've been the future for a long time. And we still haven't caught up. When can I get fucking canned air and used panties in a vending machine? Until that day comes, I'll feel like I'm living in the Stone Age. Okay. Goldbeard Cedeus. So we'll start off by hitting the face, just so we can break the horns. Hitting the face will additionally break the horns. You don't actually have to actually... You don't have to hit the horns dead on. This is a bit dangerous. Okay. I did just manage to get hit by it. That is annoying as hell. Thank you for the feedback number 7. So I go Lance underwater for the reason that it doesn't really change much. Okay. So I'll be able to get the horns and the beard. The beard is a good hit zone, for sure. Okay, I'll have to go for a charge attack. Oh no, he's doing his Dragonator thing. Okay. What I mean by his Dragonator thing is he's going to swim around the location until he eventually reaches the Dragonator. Unless he chooses not to do that. Yeah, he's definitely doing that. So basically, whenever he starts to just swim off, you can get a canned t-shirt? What? Fucking Japan. Anyway, so canned t-shirt. But yeah. As soon as this guy starts swimming away, assume that he will eventually reach this point. There we go. Now, it's a weird perspective, but basically, it went through him, don't worry. Skip that, please. Oh my god. Hit his tail if you can. So what he's doing is he's basically going up there so he can shoot a water beam on us. It's very hard to get the right perspective to avoid it, clearly. Okay, do I have guard up on this? I think I do, don't I? Yeah, or guard boost, I should say. Let's fucking shield it. I don't trust this situation at all. Okay. It is my call. I couldn't see if it was an L or an I. Fucking hell. No MMS. What does that mean? Again. What's wrong with you, Cedeus? Can you please get down here so we can fight you? Canned t-shirts. Yes, I would imagine that if there were a panty vending machine, it would be in the city. I'm sure there's high demand for it in the city. I mean, you know, what? Like, would you find... What are you doing, Cedeus? Stop it! Stop with your fucking water beam. Are you a Pokemon? Just stop. Let's fight. I suppose that's his idea of fighting, but really... I can fucking live without this. I think there are a few YouTubers like that, Jenny Jones. One thing that stops me from moving to Japan is the work culture, so therefore I would probably have to be self-employed or something like that. Can't stand the Japanese work culture. I'm not into that at all. I am a lazy Westerner, so please. Filthy fucking Gaikokujin. Oof. There we go, there is our first horn. Now the second horn break does not actually give us something that is carvable. The second horn break will just be a chip off the left horn of the Cedeus. There we go, we have broken the beard. Here we go again with the fucking water beam. Michael, are we really doing this right now? He obviously doesn't have max potions. I mean, maybe he has such terrible defense that he's still getting hit, or still dying from one hit in spite of 150 health. But again, this is the most water beam happy Cedeus I think I've ever seen. I couldn't even turn around and pull out my shield in time. I was pressing X, A, and R, but it just wasn't happening. Fuck's sake. I wouldn't doubt that there was number 7. I don't think it's necessarily a recent thing. I would say it's only become more widespread in recent years. Vending machines are synonymous with Japanese culture. Why, I don't know, but they like convenience. As they should. As anyone should. Why we haven't done the same, I can't say. Maybe there's too much vandalism of vending machines in other countries. I don't know. But I don't see why they can't exist in cities in countries like mine. Like, we don't have too much crime here as compared to some US cities. In some US cities, you may as well be going to fucking South America. But here, it's pretty fine. Well, not all South American countries are bad these days, but the US is pretty bad in most cities. Yeah, the culture is very different. At this point, I'm just going to get good DPS on this guy because I want to kill him before Michael dies again. Oh, speaking of dying, let's go and get some fucking air bubbles before we end up dying. That could be a good idea. Okay, so what he's doing right now is preparing for a charging attack, and he will curl his body before he actually charges forth. Here we go. He's going to charge at someone, which is, incidentally, the guy, who we really do not need to die right now. I'll go for the face if I can. Shit, fuck. Come on. Trying to reach that head. You can see that the perspective of underwater combat is very difficult to do. Oh! Maybe it's different with Goldbeard. I don't think you can break off 2 carvable horns on regular Cedeus. Well, that goes to show that my memory is a bit incorrect. But that has to be based on fact. I know that regular Cedeus doesn't have 2 carvable horns, surely. Anyway, someone may very well be able to confirm or deny, but I really thought that regular Cedeus had only 1 carvable horn. Okay, horn carving time. I don't care about the body, let's carve the horns. And then we'll deal with the body later if we have additional time available to us. Crooked hard horn. Where's the other horn? Can't see through his giant golden frickin' body. Oh shit, I'm carving his body now. Let's stop. Stop that. Where's his horn? Actually, maybe carving 1 horn is fine. Yeah. I do remember that you... Well, I'm assuming you lived in the city then, Jenny, when you were in the US. I can imagine that would have been a stark contrast. Yeah, right, so it is Goldbeard specifically who can lose both, whereas regular Cedeus cannot. Okay. Let's try and get this second one. I don't think we can make it. Nope. I was listening to the music and I was like, nope, we cannot. It's not necessarily... Well, it's definitely a bad year for America, but certainly it's a year for people to actually realize, at the very least people who didn't realize it before, that America isn't really the best country in the world. Not that many people thought it was, but those who did, I think, are now having to challenge their perspectives. Or their perceptions, because definitely the phrase America is a third world country with a Gucci belt, I think runs deeper than the phrase would initially suggest. It is really that. It is that way with their education system, it is that way with their culture, it is that way with their economy, it is that way with everything that makes America, America. The American dream. But anyway, let's not get into that topic. But really, most of their issues lie in how closed off they are to the rest of the world. And that's what it really comes down to. There's nothing wrong with being closed off to the world. It's just that if you choose to interact with the rest of the world, that's when it gets awkward. Ooh, Chicago. Look out. Excuse the slight slurping. Should I leave and try to find another room? Or should we keep doing this stuff? I don't know. Are we in G rank quest now? We are. Because this guy's now Hunter rank 6. Okay, we don't have to leave the room. Great. We can just do this guy's key quests. Whatever, I don't care. Maybe for some people that would be boring because they're quite familiar with what the key quests are in this game. I'm not familiar with it. I've long since forgotten. So I'm happy to continue. Oh my dear lord. So I think today I will be having delivered, God forbid, Sonic 06 on Xbox 360, which, as I have mentioned before, specifically in my Twilight Princess recording, it is now a fucking collector's item. I managed to get it for a good price. But, yeah, it should be arriving today. I've got Castlevania Circle of the Moon for Game Boy Advance on its way from the UK. It's been on its way for the last week and a half, or maybe even 2 weeks by this point. Yeah, more like 2 weeks. And I've also got Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance on its way from the US on, well, with priority shipping, so it should come by the end of this week, I'm thinking. Sonic is not nice, Jenny, when it comes to Sonic 06. My condolences? Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Entenbrot. I need all the condolences I can get at this point. My plan is to play Sonic 06 in the livestream playthrough series, and that's going to be pretty painful, but it's going to be really funny. My intention is to just, you know, get on the drink and just laugh and get angry. Well, I might be getting angry more than laughing, but when I get angry, it's entertaining for other people, and I get to enjoy it in the future. When the situation is unfolding where I'm getting pissed off, it's annoying at the time, but I know in my mind, oh, well, fuck you too. That guy left the room, so I've now been forcefully disconnected. But anyway, I know even when I get angry while playing something that it will be entertaining in the future. I get a lot of entertainment out of watching me get annoyed in the future, so yeah, that's why I don't hold myself back when I get angry, because I know that the angrier I get, the more entertaining it is. Maybe some people don't enjoy seeing me get angry, but I mean, I guess I hold myself back to a certain degree. Like, I'm not going to start breaking things. I've definitely done that in the past, but yeah. Oh, no. We have no rooms to join. That means I'm going to create one. Oh, shit. Need to get my gamepad. Fuck me. Okay. G rank hunts. I exceeded the character limit by typing G rank hunts. Okay, G hunts. Fuck me. Okay, need to move my gamepad now. Okay, the plan is to make this room before that fucking Leon guy joins another room. I mean, he can't join another room, so hopefully... Well, my hope is that he doesn't create a room. What if we both create a room? How annoying would that be? We will both just be sitting in our rooms, alone, hoping that... Uh-oh. It's my best friend, Hunter65. Oh, shit. How much did I pay for Sonic? About 40 Australian dollars, instead of 160, so... I did well with that one. The reason why I got less, the reason why I had to pay less was because it didn't include a manual and the guy probably didn't know how much it was worth, so. No, I just mean in the past oh, you're Leon. Okay, I see. Interesting. I didn't know that. Thanks for letting me know, Entenbro. Oh, what did I break? What have I broken while angry? So when I was doing the demo recordings of Monster Hunter World, early 2018, it was, we're talking like January 10th, something like that. Or was it, might have been a bit before January 10th, but it was the third demo of Monster Hunter World on the PS4, and I was doing the Nergigante demo quest. And I kept failing it, and I grabbed... So I can actually demonstrate this visually. I was using a different microphone to this one at the time. But basically it was like a vertically positioned microphone, and it had a connection point to the boom stand, which is... Let me move this. It was here. So what I did was, I fucking snapped it right off. I just snapped it and fucking threw it. And that was the end of the recording. And that was the end of that microphone, incidentally. I had this microphone at that time, I just didn't use it for certain reasons, but at that point I decided, okay, let's start using this one now. And obviously that was a better decision because, yeah, it's a lot better than the other one that I was using, but anyway. What are you doing, Hunter65? Save the princess? Okay, whatever. He obviously wants to fight Stygian Zenoga, but, 5,000 yen. I've bought a lot of stuff from Japan. I love the conversion between Australian dollars and, by the way, yeah, Australian dollars, Jenny. I love the conversion between yen and Australian dollars, makes me so happy. I hate buying from the US because the conversion is disgusting, but conversion between AUD and JPY, beautiful. I love it. Kill 2, Cap 1. Why did he need so many spaces between Cap and 1? Look at this. What the fuck? This guy's mental. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that he's mental, the fact that he did that, but he's mental. Believe me, he's mental. Anyway, so what should we use? Lightning is the weakness of Stygian, so we don't necessarily have to be elementally effective against Lagombi monsters, so let's go with Nether Delemnity. Awesome. Also, when my previous laptop was no longer working, I smashed the fucking screen with my fist. That was a thing that happened, so... Good one. I would have done the same, but I don't have my keyboard in, so... Leon made a joke about the spacing. Oh dear. So again, we will see if this guy wants to ping as much as he did the last time I was hunting with him. I didn't end up getting in a quest with Hunter65 because I left in protest. I have twice left in protest as a result of this guy, so let's see what happens when we finally get in a quest with him. I'm not really looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. How can you even do that? Oh, well. I basically, well... I closed the lid and smashed it, and then I opened it like 2 hours later and found that it was just, yeah, not usable anymore. So... I mean, I'm surprised I thought it was usable after my smashing of it before, but anyway. I haven't really done anything bad on camera. Oh, he's already pinging. See what I mean? He's already pinging. He is the most ping-happy hunter I have ever fucking hunted with. It's incredible. What he's pinging for, I do not know. But it's unbelievable. You see what I mean? What's he pinging for? Does he have some sort of compulsion to ping in all circumstances? In all possible circumstances where you could ping, he pings. We all are here engaging the monster in combat and he wants to ping. He pings at the start of the quest because he feels like he needs to, and then when we engage the monster he pings again. So, there you go. Hello, I'm guessing this is someone that Jenny knows. Zoe is their name apparently. Hello, Zoe. Oh, Jesus. So yeah, these Lagombi monsters should not last for very long at all. Even though I'm not necessarily... Oh, Jesus, the damage is quite impressive there. I apologize for the noise. They have the same grooves that the GameCube controller has, actually. So they do make a lot of noise when I turn them like that. Yeah, can get the Spirit Slash in there. He barely speaks English. Is he a Japanese guy? Watashi no Nihongo wa totemo warui. So. Okay. This guy should be close to death. Well, could barely finish that, so. At least the other guy will be dead pretty soon. I don't know if the Stygian Zinogre will spawn now that the first Lagombi has been killed. Okay, stop that, please. See, I think the Stygian will spawn in the area that we killed the first one. I managed to roll through that, holy shit. Oh, that's good to hear. Hopefully he gets some sort of enjoyment out of this in spite of the fact that I'm speaking a language that he doesn't really understand. My English speaking isn't really friendly for people who don't speak the language, so... We'll see what happens. Yeah. All the respect for Japanese Monster Hunter fans, because they are the ones that, for me, really, kept the series going. It definitely didn't continue going in the West, I'll tell you that much. It barely stayed alive in the West, but Japan kept it alive like nothing else. Oop. Doing that 2nd gen style combo there. Oh, he's your roommate. Cool. I love that. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with learning English. It feels almost condescending to say that because I'm an English-speaking person, but yeah, English has turned out to be the language that crosses borders, you know. Those who cannot speak the same language can converse with English, in Europe, for example. Like, English is the language that people speak all across Europe, so that they can understand one another. So, blah blah blah. Can't speak properly. So I suppose it's good that I understand that language instinctively and intuitively, but I would like to properly learn Japanese at some point as well. That's the language that, for me, I really want to learn. It's embarrassing to say that it's ultimately for the purposes of, you know, reading visual novels and watching anime and things like that, but that's something I've always done in my life, so I'd love to be able to do that without having to rely on people's translation interpretations. I'd love to be able to actually read it for myself and understand it for myself. I understand a lot. My understanding of Japanese is actually very good because I've developed that naturally over the last decade. More like the last 15 years. But I can't really... I have no real command of the language. I can't think of anything. When I want to say something, I don't know what's correct. And part of that is to do with the fact that I'm really not good with basic grammar. Okay, I'm guessing he spawns here, Leon. Very well. Drago visited the port. You know, that's probably what I should be doing from now on. Instead of joining other people's rooms, I should just be creating my own and then waiting for people to join. That would be a much better idea. Hey, Vernon. Again, I'm constantly having my outside lighting change, but it should be alright for now. It's not so dark that you can't see me or anything like that. I need to sharpen my sword. Is that right, Hunter65? Do tell me more. Fucking hell. I don't... This is... I don't have the thing. Well... I don't know if Leon's gonna give him whetstones. Oh, Leon's giving him whetstones. Oh my god. Write a few words down and study them. I'm honestly... more than anything, I need to learn kanji and get a better understanding of katakana. I'm pretty good with hiragana. It's katakana that I need to really work on. Kanji can fuck off. Oh, that alphabet makes me sad. Especially the multiple interpretations of the one symbol. That shit needs to stop. Damn Chugoku bastards. Anyway. Oh, look out. So Stygian Zenoga first appeared in the series in this game that we're playing right now. He reappeared in 4 Ultimate, did not exist in Generations Ultimate, and shockingly made a reappearance in World. I don't know why he needed to reappear, but he did. And yeah, I believe that Stygian is referred to as Jinauga Ashu. Why, I don't know. The one thing that I don't like about the Japanese Monster Hunter is that they don't have unique names to describe the subspecies unless they are the subspecies of Rathalos and Raytheon. I believe that Pink and Azure just have Ashu, that is to say variant, and then Gold and Raytheon, or Gold and Silver Raytheon and Rathalos have some other description. And it's not Kin and Gin, it's something else. I don't know why, but... either way. Oh shit, walked right into that. Cap him, says Hunter65. I don't think he's capturable yet. Isn't this a G-rank hunt? Well, do I have nullberries? Shit. Looks like I'm stuck with fucking raw damage, which is not where this weapon... how do I say? Set a trap. He's not capturable. We've been fighting him for 3 minutes. What's wrong with you? This guy is a joke. Well, I'm glad someone's excited, Vernon. I was talking about it earlier on in the video. I don't want to start something. I love how Vernon knows how I feel about it. Oh dear. Listen, I didn't see it. I'm not excited. I'm disgusted. And I said a long time ago that the one thing I would never forgive Capcom for is if they chose to bring Fatalis to World. Fuck Capcom, fuck World, fuck the World players, fuck them all. That's what I have to say in response to Fatalis appearing in World. That's all I have to say. Because I did go into it more in depth last time. I was talking about it earlier on in the video, but unfortunately Drago decided that he didn't want to fucking wait. I don't know why he didn't want to wait. I mean, we're playing a game now where there are no fucking players here, so you'd be better off joining here so that you can get into consistent hunts, but this guy has made the decision not to do that. I can't believe that I didn't have nullberries in my inventory when I departed on this quest. That was a bit of an oversight on my part. But yeah, Vernon's excited because he actually plays World and enjoys it for some fucking reason. But, yeah, I certainly am not excited. For fairly obvious reasons. It's very windy outside. Very windy. That's why there's a lot of banging if you can hear it. Made a bad decision to drink at that time. Oh. Let's go for the head. We really need to do as much physical damage as we can at this point. Oh, never mind. My Dragon Blight has actually worn off, which is good. There we go, he's dead. Oh. I said LOL, sorry. But he wasn't capturable when Hunter wanted to trap, that's the point. Bye, says Hunter65. Yay, bye. Yeah, bye, Hunter65. I'm gonna be weeping. The moment you leave, my eyes will fill with tears, and I will wonder why I ever let you go. Oh my god. That Hunter65 guy is a fool. An absolute fool. And you guys know it. But I will say that I actually forgot that he wanted to capture it, but I just know that he wasn't capturable at that time, so yeah. Yes, but you have to understand, Vernon, that no World player gives a shit that it ties to Monster Hunter 4, because they will never play Monster Hunter 4 and they have no desire to play Monster Hunter 4. That's why World does not deserve to have Fatalis. So I understand that this is why you personally enjoy it, but in fact that's the reason why I think that World doesn't deserve the game, or doesn't deserve the monster in the game. So we need to try and sell. Thanks for hunting, says Leon, yeah. It's very nice of you to thank him. Anyway. So let's find the Stygian stuff and sell... Here we go. We will sell the extra stacks that have been created. No, don't take. We want to sell. If worst comes to worst, we'll just two-man something. But... here we go. Sell those. And I think that's all. Cool. Managed to get 2 more stacks, which as you can see is necessary because we don't have many stacks in our box here. Tears of happiness, yeah, exactly. They will be tears of happiness. What the fuck? What is he saying? You're welly and then something... What? It's all well and good if you want to communicate, Hunter65, but try to do it in English if you can. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, what should we do? What's something fun? Oh, Sandy. Hello, Sandy. What's your hunter rank? I can actually show you guys. This person has played too much of this game. 963, look out. Actually, this is flipped for you guys, but this is what I look at. This is the thing that shows me all the player info. But anyway, so hunter rank 963. This means that we can pretty much do whatever we want. But I don't really know what I want to do yet, so let's have a look and see. We could do Hallowed Gen, something a little different. Don't think we've done Hallowed Gen on camera for a while. I think, is it an... No, it's not event only. There is definitely a Hallowed quest here or something. Here it is. Festival of the Sea of... or on the Sea of Sand, sorry. Oki 6... What languages are these? Okay, usually you've got, you know, German, Spanish, but what are these languages? Oki, Siksika? What the... Okay. Says hello and immediately leaves. Okay, hello to you as well. Let's do Hello Gen Moran. Now the best thing about Hello Gen is that he's weak to fire. So you end up using weapons that you wouldn't normally use on a Gen Moran. Welly bitch. Maybe. Oh, did you lose your progress in this game, Vernon? I know you lost your progress in Generations Ultimate, but when you say back there, I can assume that you mean that you need to get back to G rank, so... Yes, I would guess that WTF would be the only thing that's 3 characters that would be censored, but I don't know how it would say... I don't know what Welly WTF would mean. Like, what is Welly? Does he just mean, well, what the fuck? I mean... I don't know. Someone mixed hello and goodbye. Yeah, that would make sense. Probably meant to do the goodbye shout that they had organised. Okay, so let's go Greatsword. We'll go Awaken Greatsword, Red Nord. Here we go. I just feel like using this. So the reason why I want to show Hello Gen Moran is because, again, he's a monster that is exclusive to this game, so therefore I feel it's better to show the monsters that you can't really see in other games, because a lot of monsters reappear throughout the game. So if I record something in 4 Ultimate, I like to show off monsters such as Gogmazios, Orochi Kirin, Darren Moran, and then if I play Generations Ultimate, I'd like to show off monsters like... oh shit. I guess I wouldn't want to show off Athelkar. I guess Generations Ultimate is the game that I just hunt whatever, but either way. I see. Well, I'm sorry to hear that you made the decision to sell your Wii U, only to buy it back again and then have to get all your progress back. I can definitely relate to that decision because I sold my Wii and lost all of my 2,300 hours of try progress. And the reason why I can relate is because eventually you reach a point where you fail to actually attach value to the time you spent. And ultimately, there is a value to it, and we really should learn to hold on to that. So I'm certainly not going to sit here and say, haha, why would you sell your Wii U only to buy it again? I understand the situation because I was there. I don't understand why I did it, but I did it. So it happens, and all we can do is learn from it, I suppose. I'm probably going to take a brief trip to the bathroom and hope that someone joins in the meantime. If it looks like no one else is joining, we'll probably go and 2-man the quest. I think Leanne and I can probably 2-man it. What's he using? Ruthless Gleam Sword with high grade earplugs, weakness exploit, sharpness +1, and focus. That is probably a... What's my high grade earplug set? I can't even remember what it is now. Yeah, Rocksteady's not going to help me at all in this fight, but hey. Oh, I think I have critical... No, do I have critical draw on my high grade earplug set? I don't know if I do. I'm not sure. Either way, I'll be back in just a moment, and I'll probably wait a minute or 2 after I come back, and if no one joins at that point, we'll just depart with 2. we did manage to get another person. Juka or Yuga? Huntering 3. Left on his own, could see that he couldn't do the quest. We'll wait for another 2 minutes from now, and then hopefully we'll get someone who can actually join the quest. We'll see what happens. You have a lot of making... Sorry to hear that, Vernon. That was another possibility that I thought maybe you needed to sell it to actually get some money when you needed it most, so... Yeah, I understand. I'm sorry to hear that. I was going to say I sold my Wii for a much less noble reason, but I wouldn't say that that's necessarily noble. It's just it's a necessity in the moment. Basically, I'd played so much Try that I didn't even want to see it anymore. I was like, whatever, I don't care about this. Let's just sell it, who cares? I've played enough of this game. And I bought an Xbox 360 with the money that I... Well, not with all of it, but I basically put my Wii and all the games that I sold with it towards buying a 360, and it was a good idea at the time, but I wish I hadn't done it. Because even though I can't play online and Try anymore, I would love to just have that character still. I would love to have it, but I don't, unfortunately. It was the first character to have the name that I have on screen now, Lord Zor, but it was Lurdzer because I couldn't see that what I thought were E's, or rather what I thought were O's were actually E's, but because the resolution was so low, they looked like closed circles, so it was weird. And I've said this before, but I actually met another guy online who had the same issue. He had a name that clearly the E's in his name were supposed to be O's, and I said, hey, are you like me in that you meant for that to be an O, but it was actually an E? And he's like, yeah. So I wasn't the only one. E's looked like O's in that game, so I ended up being Lurds in that game. Yeah, for me, I hate replaying. I very much enjoy investing in one single character and putting all my time into that, and I'd be pretty annoyed to have to restart, but I have done it for Portable Third and Freedom Unite. I did have to do that, because I lost my saves, my original saves, for Portable Third and Freedom Unite when I lost the memory card that was previously inserted into my PSP at that time. And that was a pretty stupid situation in and of itself, but at least I've got a pretty good character on both Freedom Unite and Portable Third now. Certainly endgame, just not quite as endgame as it was in the past, but it is what it is. Looks like we'll have to depart with 2. Wish we didn't have to, but that's alright. Let's do it. Do our best. Am I ready to go? Looks like it. Off we go. I'd be very frustrated if someone joined just after we had departed, but if someone were to do that, I'd probably ask them to stay so we can abandon. I do have the luxury of doing that, because we are playing this game. But, which is to say, you can't really communicate with people outside of the quest in other games. I'll probably just go cannon. Actually, I think he starts off with charging the boat, doesn't he? I'll probably use a gong, seeing as though Leon is not on the binder. Sorry, Leon. I understand that you had your cannon ready and I used the gong before it could actually reach the boat. Oh shit, what happened there? You got... Oh, he must have dropped the ball. Literally dropped the ball. Did I say memory card? I did mean to say SD card. An SD card and a memory card are effectively the same thing, it's just an SD card can be used in many other situations than just... Well, I would say memory card is very much proprietary, but SD card is something that can be used on the PC and all of that. Maybe there's a more clearly defined definition than that. Maybe that's an inaccurate definition, but that's what it means for me anyway. I don't know if Principal FF is trolling. He said, "Is this game inspired by Monster Hunter movie?" I'm not even going to answer that. But, yeah. Maybe he means the opposite. Maybe, is the Monster Hunter movie inspired by this game? But if you actually think that the Monster Hunter movie was inspired, or rather this was inspired by the movie, I could only say that you should take your eyes to the game information on YouTube and then look at the date. But, anyway. That is, by the way, the release date of the Japanese version, not the version that I'm playing right now. This version didn't come out until early 2013. Something like March 2013. Is he about to throw us off? Even if he is, I'm just going to keep hitting him. Actually, he's doing the rising the tail off the sand maneuver, which is bad for those of us who are... Okay, now I think he's throwing us off. Yeah, he's throwing us off. I don't want to lose health, so I'll avoid him. I don't even know if this would inspire the Monster Hunter movie. I'm quite sure the Monster Hunter movie is purely based on world, because the idea is that people who played Monster Hunter in the year of 2020 would pretty much only be playing world, so yeah, the idea is to make something that feeds off world. That is their inspiration. The Monster Hunter movie is for many people, not for just the cult following that the traditional Monster Hunter series has. So, oh god, I've made a poor decision by using the gong, but oh, I didn't mean to jump off. Well, that happened. You search about the Monster Hunter movie and find my stream. Well, looks like YouTube has sort of done its job. People can search things that are completely unrelated to my stream and still somehow find it, so thanks YouTube. I appreciate that. It seems that your discoverability is actually quite decent. What you're watching here, Principal, is 3rd generation Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter World is 5th generation Monster Hunter. 3rd generation began in 2009 in Japan with the release of Monster Hunter Tri. This is the 3rd and final game of 3rd generation, released in 2011 in Japan, and indeed is a very good game. Far better than the one that most people play these days. But anyway, that's a separate issue. My voice is live vampire. I don't know what that means, but thank you, I guess. I suppose that was intended to be a compliment. I'll take that. Here we go again. I'm guessing neither of us took the binder. That's fine. I never take the binder either. Salutation, says that guy. Hi, I will say in return. I have to use my Wii U gamepad. Keep away from the tusks. Vernon, the movie will be a disappointment, so don't go getting your hopes up, because they will be dashed. You're from India. Well, hello. I enjoy Indian cinema, if it means anything to you. I legitimately enjoy it, not just to laugh at the soap operas that are terribly edited, but also I do enjoy it. A bit of Bollywood and a bit of Tamil, I think it's called. I recently watched, what was it called? Brain Don't Fail You Now, or Brain Don't Fail Me Now. It was an action movie. It was good, actually. I enjoyed it. Very silly in some respects, but I enjoyed it. Oh, it was a classic from the early 90s or late 80s or something like that. It was... Can't think of it now. Anyway, there was another movie that I watched that was much more recent. I think it was Tamil. It was Madura Viran, which was alright. It was about Jallikattu and shit like that, which is some sort of tradition they have over there. But the other one I watched is very different to that. My hair is awesome, well thank you. So at the moment I'm just... Oh, then again, I think Lian is attacking the other spinal piece. I'm just going for damage at the moment. Okay, I think we're about to be thrown off. By the way, if you did want the rare item of this monster, what you do is you mine him. It is called Ghostly Quartz. And it's a pretty good mineable chance, or rather the chance of getting it is quite high when you mine, particularly the pink mining point on his head. I do know where India is, yes. Closely situated to that of Bangladesh, to my knowledge. And roughly situated south of China. Hold on. Okay, okay, good. The gong is ready, and Lian is there to hit it. I think India is located in India number 7. I think so. I could be wrong, but... Well, you can continue watching and enjoying, Principal. Vernon also mentioned China. Right next to China. Just over the mountain, you know. Oh dear. It's so damn windy outside, it's crazy. Dragonator. In the stomach. That must be so incredibly painful. Really. But yeah, that was about the right timing. The timing is slightly different in this game as it was to Try, but it's close enough that I can still more or less get it right on. Let's try to jump on his back if we can. I don't know if it's the same as regular gen where we can jump on his back after Dragonating, but I would say probably not. I think they changed the positioning a bit. Oh no, they don't. Oh no, they do. Okay. Well, it's fine. I tried my utmost. Oh my dear. We will probably end up having the timer reach 30 minutes almost. I would say it will take us about 25 minutes to kill this monster, but I think, having said that, we will still do pretty well, because we're doing good damage today. I'm using Awaken for the sake of it. I don't necessarily think I'm doing more damage than Lian. I would say he's probably doing better than I am in terms of damage, but this is still pretty good. Good element, good raw. Certainly passable, certainly worthy of being used against a Gen Moran, or a Hallowed Gen more specifically. An Elder Dragon with lots of health. But yes, Greatsword is the best thing to use against this monster, for the reason that you are given the opportunity to do Greatsword charges very often. I will have to sharpen my weapon up here. Just try and not get fucking thrown off. I look like some character from Harry Potter. Yes, I am. I'm attempting to kill a monster right now, also. This is Gen Moran. He's a very large monster who takes a while to die, so yes. I'm in the process of killing a monster, it's just taking a while. As far as what Harry Potter character I am, I'm probably, you know, a mixture between Severus Snape and someone else. I don't know who else it would be. Turn to page 394. I don't even know if that's the correct number, but it might be. It might not be, but either way. Unfortunately, that actor is far beyond me. Is he throwing me off already? Okay, now. I forgot the name of the actor. I can't believe I did forget it. He's great. I was so sad when he died. He was such a good actor, not just in Harry Potter, but in other roles as well. And he was a great man, really great man. Well, this may not be like... I look like Dumbledore. I suppose Dumbledore was the long-haired character, to be fair. But I can't say that I look so much like him that... you know... My hair is black to start with. And I don't have much facial hair. So... I don't know. I look like Dumbledore. I have to say, I've never been told that I look like Dumbledore. But there's a first time for everything. Oh dear. Entering the final showdown. We must be doing reasonably well. This is a G-rank hunt and we're already in the final showdown 10 minutes in. What I hate is that he fucking rises up out of the sand. What's the deal with that? I'm pretty sure he didn't do that in Try. He was already standing on the sand in Try. But here, for some reason, he fucking rises up out of it. And not in a sense that it's animated, in a sense that he's fucking sliding into the frame. Or sliding into the area. It's weird. I'm from Australia. I have a slightly more English-esque accent than other Australians do. I'll have to shield this roar. Now, I don't know if that actually depletes my sharpness in any way. I don't think it does, but I could be wrong. So this leg should, or arm I suppose, should break pretty quickly. There we go. And now for the next one. Yeah, we should do fine. I'm feeling pretty good about our damage output here. I play the same games on rotation. I don't always play a different game every day. But I do try to not have the same game back to back. Just to keep it different. I haven't really been playing this game as much often, but I did recently do a stream of this game. So it's not as infrequent as it could be. Alright, I think he's doing his swing attack. Here we go. Oh dear. Leon made an attempt. Oh no, I was about to say Leon tried to leave through a Farcaster, but I think it was actually Kayamba who did that. Kayamba was the one responsible for the Farcaster puff of smoke, green thing, yeah. You know, if you could just stop swinging around, Jen, that would be great. Trying to deal some damage to you. Trying to shield the tremor there. Oh shit, we both got fucked by that one. I don't even know who Mia Khalifa is, but thank you for offering me the redeem code for Mia Khalifa. I think I've heard the name before, but I just don't know who it is, so I'm going to say no. But I will, regardless, thank you for the offer. Mia Khalifa. Oh, message retracted. Well, too late, I already read it. Oh my god. Very entertaining. Have a nice day, says ha 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 ha. I'm glad you got a good laugh out of it. Nothing wrong with that. Come on. Yeah, we must be doing quite well damage-wise, because honestly, this gen has not made much progress towards the boat. Which is surprising, because this guy is a Hunter rank 8 only monster, so he's, you know, a G rank Elder Dragon. There's only 2 of us. But we're actually doing pretty good damage, all things considered, so I'm quite happy with the situation. I'll take the code if you don't mind, says Entenbrot, who is incidentally Leon in the quest at the moment. Is that her OnlyFans account? I don't even know who it is. I've heard the name before, but I just don't know who it is. I'll have to check. Oh. He's about to shoot the boat. Maybe we can flinch him out of it. Let's see what we can do. Oof, look at that heavy hit. I wonder how much that reduced the boat's integrity. Or the ship's integrity. Let's have a look and see. We are at... Wait, where is it? Oh, ship integrity normal. It doesn't give us a percentage in this game. It's just normal. Okay. Does it go from high to normal to... He's doing it again! What the fuck? Okay, we flinched him out of it, thankfully, but... Fucking hell. It's quite ridiculous. Nice. Got a critical hit on that attack there. Search on Google Mia Khalifa, you will find too much link and fun. I think you've given away what it is. I'm guessing it's a fucking porn star or something, I don't know. If not, then definitely something similar to that. And if I'm way off base, then very well. Another fucking sand breath attack. This guy is so pure. What, me? I'm so pure, yeah, right. So because I don't watch fucking mainstream porn stars, I'm so pure, yeah, right. Let's not have a fucking competition of who's more impure. But, I would instead say that I have standards. Have a nice day. Have a nice day. Yes, I can imagine. With a name like Khalifa, she's probably got a cock the size of the Burj Khalifa or something, eh? Or a clit the size of one. Ugh. But yeah, I was about to say I'm feeling pretty good about this hunt. I think we will kill him soon. I could barely start the sentence and we had already killed him. Good hunt. Very good hunt. For a two-man fucking G-rank Elder Dragon, that was fairly well done. A porn star and currently a webcam model. Great. Just the way that I like to spend my day. Watching fucking web day. Fucking hell. Good job to you two as well, Leon. I didn't really need to say two as well. That was a bit redundant. Deific Fang. Yeah, that was a good hunt. I was pretty impressed with that, actually. I was expecting it to be a bit slow going, but that was pretty much, that was almost on par with a four-man hunt. And I suppose four-man hunts have people sitting on the fucking ballista thinking they're doing damage, so just goes to show that actually if you want to do damage to the monster, you use your fucking weapon, so let that be a clear example of why it's a good idea to use a weapon. What will we hunt next, I wonder? Aha, we've got James. He is huntering 200. Hello, hello. Good timing for that guy to join. We just finished this hunt. How long have we been going for? We've been going for 2 hours and 21 minutes. We can probably go for about 3 hours. I'm happy with doing that. Hi, says James. Yes, I did kill that monster. Alrighty. Who the hell is Johnny? Is Johnny have a nice day? Is that your Indian friend? Anyway, what should we do? Lucent Naga? I don't really want to do Lucent Naga, but we could. We could do Lucent Naga, I don't mind. And what's a good ice weapon to use? Let's try to make a decision on this. We could use Ice Bow. Yeah, Ice Bow could be a plan. What is my Ice Bow for spread? I think it's this, isn't it? Arco Tri is ice, isn't it? Or isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. This is our spread Ice Bow. Critical Eye +2, pellet spread up, load up, and focus. We do not have any stamina skills here in this game with these bows, but that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes rhymes with bows. How about that? The Invisible Predator. I actually have like 1 or 2 Cloudy Moon Shards, surprisingly. Let's actually check that. How many do I have? I don't even know where Nagakuga materials are. Maybe I don't have any Cloudy Moon Shards. Maybe I actually use them on weapons. Where is Nagakuga stuff? Another message retracted from Principal FF. Okay. What's he saying now? Oh, fucking hell. Why you don't play PUBG? Because I play good games. Sorry. Where is Nagakuga stuff? Why am I so fucking blind? Okay, down here. No, that's... Here we go, found it. Nagakuga Mantle. Okay, I don't have any... Okay, I don't have Cloudy Moon Shards. I've used them, obviously. So, what coatings can this thing load? Power? No. No power. Shit. That's kind of bad. Okay, we'll have to go Paralysis and Close Range. I'm not really interested in Poison, quite frankly. Okay, Close Range and Paralysis. Have I eaten? I don't think so. Nope. Let's go and eat. What shall we take? Nagakuga is near the end. Thank you for helping me. I understand that I appear to be some sort of disabled individual who can't find items in their inventory, or box I should say. But I did eventually find it all on my own. He asked if I'm married. What, you want to be my suitor? Assuming you're male, I would have to decline. Not really out for male relationships leading to marriage at this stage. Am I married? I suppose if I don't watch Mia Khalifa, I must be married, because why else would I not watch Mia Khalifa? It doesn't make any sense. Oh, paracoating. So see how this is highlighted in orange? Or brown, I should say. It means that it's extra potent. It's extra powerful. So this will be listed on the weapon information as Paralysis Plus. So coating boosts. Here we go. No, fuck. Here we go. So coating boosts Paralysis. This means that Paralysis is more effective. So, oh shit. Already poisoned. I love this monster. Not. Ha 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 ha, says have a nice day. Yeah, have a nice day, mate. Nice talking to you. Alright. Okay, no, we want to do load up here, so we need to charge up a little bit more. Here we go. We might be able to get 2 paralysis. No, paralysis. We might be able to successfully paralyze this monster twice if we have paralysis boost with this coating. Well, Don't worry. Alright. More antidotes. I hate this monster, I really do. I'm always having to heal with antidotes. Where are you? There you are. How are you not paralyzed yet? How is this fucking paralysis coating boost? Maybe I just suck. Maybe I'm terribly inaccurate. It's possible. It's certainly possible. Okay, Kale has left. I'm gonna join the 2 other rooms that are available that aren't doing quests that I want to do. Why would I explain all of the gameplay to you? For what reason would I do? Oh, Kale is back. Kale has visited the port once again. I'm not going to take the time to explain to you the ins and outs of this game. I'd recommend you just... oh. Well. Let's go for... ice damage. As you can see, I'm just hip firing because that's what I prefer to do with ice. Oh dear. Oh, I see what you're doing. Let's just go for a single paralysis. We definitely do not have enough paralysis effectiveness to actually get a double power on this guy. And I would say that he probably has pretty good paralysis resistance. I was about to say existence, no. Alright. Let's go. That wasn't incredibly helpful, was it? It was better than nothing, but probably not worth all the time that I spent trying to build up that paralysis. Because I am your viewer. Well. Generally, people who watch me play Monster Hunter know what's going on in the game. If you happen to not know what's going on in the game, I'm very sorry, but I'm not going to take the time to explain it to a point where you could understand what's going on. Just watch and enjoy, and if you can't enjoy, then, I don't know, go use that Mia Khalifa redeemable code on yourself or something. Oh dear. Okay, because he doesn't have his spikes out with his tail, we don't have to worry about ranged fucking spikes hitting us. Uh-oh. Ooh, just missed me. Look at those beautiful critical hits. Yeah. Indeed, this weapon does have, I believe, some affinity without my critical I+2 skills. Okay, it has 5 affinity apparently, innately, with an additional 20. Look out for that tail. Falling over. It's funny, when Nagakuga falls over, it looks very clumsy. It's as if he's just tripped over or something. It has that look about it. Oh, look out. Arjun! That was the name of the movie that I watched. That classic Indian movie. Arjun! Arjun! Arjun. No. I don't have an Indian accent, you'll have to forgive me. Arjun. Anyway. Yeah, it was funny. Arjun. I would definitely recommend that anyone watch that movie, it's very funny. Particularly the scenes where Arjun fucking shits on everyone. He's got, you know, that god plot armor where he just shits on everyone because he can. If a person were to have his fighting capabilities in real life, it would be borderline supernatural. But, go on, my friend, enjoy that redeem code, yeah. Get free minutes with Mia Khalifa today. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Do you think I'd get banned if I said that she had a dick the size of the Burj Khalifa? She just hides it well. She's got a good tuck. I didn't intend for the stream to go in such a crass direction, but My first Indian viewer. Let this sink in. The first Indian viewer I've ever had is offering me a code for a porn star, okay? Now, this might tell you something. What you glean from this situation is entirely up to you. Like, I cannot control it, but there is such a thing as a stereotype. And, yeah. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. If I can draw his entertainment away from naked women for this length of time, I must be doing a good job. So, maybe it's the long hair. Maybe it's confusing him. Who knows? I don't think I'm necessarily contributing that much to the hunt. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. But I'm probably not doing amazingly. I think I'm doing fine though. I don't think I'm doing terribly. Leon is rolling through everything. I can see he's got Green Naga Cougar equipped there. At least I think that's Green Naga. Can't really see. Oh, the angle at that is crazy. I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. It just goes to show you that I try to connect with an Indian viewer by talking about Indian cinema, and instead he tries to connect with me by talking about porn stars. So good. So good. Is it a guy? Or is it a woman? Oh, the redeem code was a joke? Okay. I didn't think it was a joke because you removed the comment. If you hadn't removed it, I might have thought that it was a joke. But when you removed it, I thought you had decided to maybe give someone else the redeem code, and you were like, no, he doesn't deserve it. Because when you remove it, you add more validity to it. You make it look as if, you know, that redeem code is precious. Cannot just be offered to anyone, willy-nilly. Well, I'm happy to know a little bit more about that person now. Well, I did say that Mia Khalifa had a dick the size of the Burj Khalifa, so having said that, may very well be male. No, I don't removed that comment, brother. Yeah, I guess it just removed itself, yeah. Good old YouTube. Crazy moderation, you know. I can see when a person removes their own comment. I can also see when a person ruins their own comment. By removing. Oh, get out of the way. Why are you still alive, Lucent Naga Cougar? Probably because I'm not contributing very much. Oh, good conversation. Good conversation. Uh-oh. Let's get away from that tail. Ugh. I'm not doing too well in terms of stamina at the moment, if you hadn't noticed. Hey, I managed to get a knockdown. I'm actually contributing, sort of. I just say I'm not contributing much because it's bow. I mean, bow is never as damaging as other weapon types, really. How was it removed then, Principal? Did it just happen out of nowhere, strangely? Is it something that's beyond your ability to explain? Uh-oh. Yeah, definitely the worst thing about this monster is its ranged poison capabilities. I hate that shit. I really hate that. At least it was funny. Yeah, it was definitely funny. We're in the next quest and we're still laughing about it, so... Alright. Good hunt, guys. I don't know if it was slow because the monster's strong, or because I suck, or because someone else sucks, but yeah. I was expecting it to go a little faster than that. It is what it is. You never know, might get a cloudy moon shard. We can hope for these things. Let's go collect some items over here. I can't remember exactly what drops here. But it's not too terrible, whatever the items are. Elder Dragon Bone. I remember it's different in Freedom Unite. There is a gathering point in this very same spot. Oh dear. I wonder what we want to hunt next. I'm going to ask that guy if he wants to hunt anything. If he doesn't, then we'll choose something at that point. If he does, then we will do whatever he wants to hunt. To pull out my fucking gamepad. Want to hunt anything? James? Yeah. Freaking Wii U gamepad, look at the size of it! You guys have probably seen it in my Phantom Hourglass recordings, but if you don't watch Phantom Hourglass you wouldn't have seen it. Look at it. It's huge. It's gigantic. This is a console for men. With big hands. I mean, my hands are kind of big, but not that big. Grimmest Nox Wings. Wow. That is the name of his dual blades. Grimmest Not Wings. I don't even think grimmest... Well, grimmest is probably a word, but it's awful. I would never use grimmest. I would say most grim. Grimmest just doesn't sound right. Let me guess. James is getting ready for a quest without telling us what it is, and then he'll post it, and then we get to also prepare later on. I'm definitely guilty of doing similar things, but yeah. He has equipped another ice weapon. Well, his previous weapon was poison, but... Oh no, that's Leon, sorry. Maybe I was getting confused. Maybe it was Leon who went and changed weapons. I just want James to post anyway, because when I post my own quest, it doesn't feel as good. You know, I would prefer it if someone else... Oh, Abyssal Awakening. Okay. As you so desire. It's like deja vu. The wind is going crazy outside, as I have mentioned a few times now, but... where is it? Dragon gun, wherever that is. Here it is. Let's do this. I'm probably going to venture out into the wind, the dangerous environment, of high winds, surrounded by trees, and I'll probably go and get something to eat, because I haven't eaten today. I would love to eat. Eating is good for the soul. It is what? 2 in the afternoon, haven't eaten. Got a stomach full of whiskey though, nothing wrong with that. Of course not. What would be wrong with drinking a bunch of whiskey and not having anything in your stomach? Nothing wrong at all. Sounds like a great combination. What am I missing here? I'm definitely missing something. This is hot drink. No. Max potions. Do I have any max potions? Looks like I've run out of them. Okay, hold on. So it's nutrients, mega nutrients, and then... But how do I make nutrients? Shit. Oh no, I can see that my max potions are here. So I must have max potions. Yeah, they're here. So what's missing? Antidotes! It's much simpler than max potions, actually. Yep, we're doing some underwater combat. Not really looking forward to it, but... it is what it is. Let's go and buy some dragon shots. If we can. No, he doesn't sell dragon shots. That's okay, we'll buy some flaming. And we'll go and get our dragon shots out of the box. I just need to prepare for this quest, do excuse me. We need Bone Husk L. Let's put our needle berries away, we don't need those. I had them because we were last doing... Actually, do I? No, I won't bring combination materials for fire, that's not necessary. Dragon shots. But yeah, last time we were gunning, we were going normal guns, so... Okay, I need dragonfell berries. Here we go. Bye, bro, I have some work. Nice to meet you, Dumbledore. Nice to meet you too. What kind of life do you lead where the first thing you put in your stomach is whiskey? That's a good question. Okay, we have no stamina boost, but we do have a health boost. That's what's most important. I lead a very carefree life, number 7. That is the answer to your question. Okay, Flaming Dragon. We should be okay. We may as well... No, we won't top up our Pierce. It's 60... No. 59 out of 60 shots, which is fine. Yes, tell Mia we said hi. Alright. Get our dragon shots on the go. And the key here is to try and not take any damage, because we do want peak performance to increase the damage of our dragon shots if possible. There we go. No. Oh, didn't take any damage, how about that? Oh, that was off target, but fortunately he moved into it. I was meaning to hip fire into his back there. Beautiful. His back is his elemental weak point, which is why I'm trying to aim for that. Oh, look out. No, stop it. Dragon shots. Get ready to reload. Uh-oh. That's gonna hit me. Can't really get around that, unfortunately. I don't know if I was hit by that or if I was hit by the... Yeah, it looks like I was actually hit by the underwater tornado thing. I don't know how to refer to that. The twister. Twister and tornado are actually synonymous in certain circumstances, but I don't think you can call that a tornado. Water-based tornadoes are usually called water spouts, but that's not really a water spout, so therefore we'll just call it an underwater twister. How about that? Because, you know, it's twisting, so it's a twister. Uh-oh. Couldn't really get out of the way of that, I was stuck in my shooting animation. I'll keep away. Would you please? I fucked up the last hunt we did with Abyssal, I think, because I died twice. While using the same setup. I'm definitely happy to do Abyssal because I do actually need a dynamo to get the Abyssal bow. The Abyssal bow, I believe, is the last weapon I need to make. Actually, no, I do also need to make the heavy bowgun. So the bow and the heavy bowgun are the last two weapons that I haven't actually made for Abyssal. Keep away, please. I understand that I'm dealing the most damage, but please leave me alone. Let me hurt you some more. If you wouldn't mind. There we go. You should die fairly quickly. I'm feeling pretty good about this team. I'm also feeling pretty good about my personal performance, which always helps, doesn't it? Whirlpool, there you go. But then again, Whirlpool I feel has to reach the surface. I think Whirlpools usually interact with the surface of the water, but I don't know if Whirlpool can only refer to what I just said. Yeah, maybe Whirlpool works, because I think the pool part of the whirl refers to something that is on the surface of the water. That is to say, for example, a pool is a separate body of water to something else. So a pool is like water on land, a whirlpool is swirling water on the water surface. So is whirlpool applicable? I don't know. It might be, but I like Twister. Seems less specific, I don't know. On to flaming, which we do need to be close range for. We will try to keep our peak performance in effect. Oh, I shouldn't have shot an extra time there, that was greedy. That was greedy. I may not have actually been able to avoid that attack had I not shot an extra time, but I would have had a better chance of avoiding it had I not done so. Underwater whirlpool, okay. Maybe that works. I have to only shoot when I'm close by, because otherwise I just won't deal the hits. There we go. Aim for the back, if possible. Oh, missed. That's what happens when you try to aim. Better to just hip fire. Excellent. Now, one issue is obviously the negative crits that I'm getting here. Alright, let's get ourselves back up to full. We will have to find some air bubbles soon. But I'm going to be greedy and deal some damage to start with. Uh-oh. Okay, air bubble time. Where are you? I mean, I know you're over there, but I don't know if there's any air bubbles that are closer. Oh shit, he's going after me! Stop it! Please. Okay, let's go for some air bubbles over this way. Oh my god. This is not good at all. James is dead. James is dead. I can see some air bubbles over here, so let's just focus on these ones for now. Quickly. I don't know if I'm being pursued or not. I might be. Here we go. I think air bubbles are further down. Maybe. It's obviously a whole lot easier if you bring oxygen supply or air filters, but I'm not that smart, apparently. I healed up there so we could get peak performance. Nothing wrong with a bit of extra damage. It's actually very good. Again, bad decision to shoot there. Am I going to get comboed? Yes, I am. Comboed to hell, almost. It's not comboed to hell until you die, because you can't go to hell until you're dead. That's how that works. That's how I've decided it works anyway. Maybe the phrase is not that specific. The back is now broken, that means... That's good. If the back is ever broken, it means that the elemental weak point has been hit frequently, which is good. Just finished Zelda 2? Or have you just finished playing it? What does that mean, Jenny? Are you done with Zelda 2? Have you been fucked by Death Mountain one too many times? Oh dear. No, no. Stop. Leave me alone. Fucking hell, I don't have this kind of healing material. Or I don't have this many healing wares to just heal this amount of fucking health every single time. No, Jenny's been playing Zelda 2 for a number of days now. Last time I went live, I think she said she was playing Zelda 2. Finishing Zelda 2 is definitely a task. Definitely something for retro gamers, not for regular Zelda players, honestly. The first Zelda is a lot easier than Zelda 2 though, I will say. That's not to say the first Zelda is really easy, it's just not as fucking ridiculously difficult as the second one. Been playing it since last week without tips, that's good to hear. Get the true, authentic experience. Kind of sad that this fight is still going right now. Just goes to show that if I were to solo this quest, it would be a bit of a sad time. Now, breaking the head does increase chances for dynamos, but I don't know if I could be bothered trying to hit the head, because I don't think I could be accurate enough. Up here, says James. Okay, if you say so. Are there air bubbles up here? I hope so. Because I'm starting to run out of air again. Run out of breath. Oh dear. Did he just try to hit it? No, he didn't. Well, this is fucking miserable. We'd be better off just hitting him normally at this point. Trying to get him... Okay. Where is he? Where the fuck is he? There he is. Oh my god. Trying to get him in position here is terrible. And also terrible for team DPS. Oh, he's dead. See, we would have been better off just fighting him normally. Leon did the fucking damage at the end there. What's the original Metal Gear game? Is it PS1? If it's on PS1, I'll just buy the actual physical game and play it on my PS2. I will play it eventually, I just don't know when. Alrighty. That is a dead Abyssal Laggy. He is hoping for a dynamo. I'd be very happy if I could get one of those. Well, what's it on, Jenny? MSX. Oh. Okay. Let's Google that. MSX. Oh. I assumed that M stood for Microsoft, but... Wow. Yeah, I didn't even know MSX existed, actually. I know a lot about retro gaming, but I hadn't heard of the MSX. I mean, I've probably heard of the MSX, I've just since forgotten, but... Yeah, as far as 80s PC gaming, I really only knew of Commodore and things like that, but there you go. Cool. I didn't know Metal Gear was on the fucking MSX, how about that? Alright, so what are we doing now? I would say that we have time for one more hunt, let's go for it. One more hunt is A-OK by me. Thanks, shit, says James. No problem, man. I also need this monster. Oh, 101. 102. Let's go sell these now. Because they are taking up slots. Don't want that. Cost you 12,000 yen to find an original MSX. Yeah, it was first produced in 1983. That's freaking old in gaming terms. In 1983, you had fucking Pong consoles still being sold, so definitely a different era. And I believe in 1983, the Atari 2600 was still the largest selling, well, I'm sure it was still the largest selling for a long time, but it was still frequently sold as a gaming console. Okay, so what do we want to do now? That is the question. What do we want to do now? That is the question. Da 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 da. Ooh, no. I'm not doing anything with Bracky, fuck that. Let's do Uragan and Steel Uragan, that's a bit different. I haven't done Steel Uragan in a long time. We'll go with... Should we go water or ice or raw? Raw as in R-A-W-R. Uragan and S... No, fuck me. I'm typing faster than the gamepad can handle. Alright. Uragan and S-Ura. Ura! So, what should we do? We could go Grongigas, we could go hammer, we could go... Do we have a good raw hammer? I have the... Green Naga Cougar hammer. Is that good? Or is that... No, that's the Lucent, isn't it? No, it's Green Naga. Okay, let's... No, it's probably better to go Slime. Let's go... Grongigas. I actually have... Or Grongigas. I use this for Elatrion for the most part, but this is definitely usable against pretty much any monster. Hello, Brian. I always know when Brian's here because there's a shitload of hearts that appear on my chat suddenly. Okay, so... Here we go. I would say the Advanced Quest Cruise Control gives it away as far as the correct pronunciation for Lagiacruz. It's Lagiacruz. Lagia Cruise Control. Very funny. Lucky Cat activated. When it comes to old PC games and the systems that they're played on, I only really know about DOS, Commodore. Well, Commodore wasn't really a system to play on. Play on, I say. It wasn't really a system. It was an actual physical piece of hardware. As far as the software that was played on it, I don't. Or rather, that was loaded onto a Commodore, I don't know. But yeah. Since I have a PS3, I can buy the Metal Gear Solid Legacy Edition, which comes with all the original games, and up to Metal Gear Solid 4. Okay. I was originally planning on playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker in, well, back when Freedom Unite was fairly new. But I never did get around to doing that. I'm guessing it doesn't include the PSP games, or maybe it does, I don't know. But yeah, I should definitely play the Metal Gear games. I've been very lazy about doing that. I'm pretty happy with my loadout here. So, basically when these guys are ready to go, we will head off. What's that thing called? The Gobuluku Muraka something or other. Let's have a look and see what it's called. Am I right? It's Gobuluku Muraka something like that. Oh, it's Aquir. Okay. Gobulalaku. Gobulalaku Aquir. Fucking, I don't know why I did the but yeah. Neo Acris White Bolt. Yeah, let's go. I'm done. Peace Walker is also on the PS3 version. Shit, I'll have to get the PS3 thing then. And I'll likely do those games in the live stream playthrough series. How about that? You're still playing Dawn of Sorrow? I see. Well, I will soon be playing Aria of Sorrow, no doubt, but I will first be playing Harmony of Dissonance. Harmony of Dissonance, the Game Boy Advance, sorry. The Game Boy Advance cartridge is on its way, and I'll be playing it soon. I was recently playing Circle of the Moon on PC, didn't quite finish the game, but I will replay it on the Game Boy Advance cartridge, that is also on its way. Holy shit, it's a fucking Uragan party, hello. Does anyone have dung bombs by any chance? This is not good at all. Oh, I'm diving even though I have high-grade earplugs. This is really bad. I can't think of a worse situation than this. These guys came into my area, cheek and jowl, acting as if they had every right to be fighting me 2-on-1. Assholes. Nope. Okay, good. One of them left. Let's fight Steel first. Why not? We're all here. Let's fight him. Oh, you bought all the Metal Gear games individually and then found out about the Legacy Edition a week later. Sounds a bit like me buying the original Demon Souls, the Asian English version, and then found out that the Atlas version was releasing like a month after, or a month in the future, or something like that. I would have bought the Asian English version of Demon Souls in August or September of 2009. Reminds me a little bit of that. Ooh dear. Hit your head if I can. That's what I'm aiming to do here. I'm aiming to... That rock is not in a good position. I do not want to be hit by that because I do not have deodorants. That's a problem. Okay. The key now is not to be hit at all. I never bring deodorants for Steel Uragan fights, and I'm every single time asking the question, why did you not bring deodorants, you idiot? Every time I ask that question. It's ridiculous. Oh, that was an attempt at a flash bomb. That was a second attempt at a flash bomb. Let's put down a trap. I'm pissed off, officially. I usually trap when a monster is exhausted, but right now... Oh, that is a paralysis, okay. Am I able to hit this chin without bouncing? I am. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's go for that KO. Come on, baby. Just missed it, but we'll try to do a super pound on it. Beautiful. That is enough to make any person, regardless of who they are, moist in their nether regions. Also, I have ordained today. Yeah. King of the hammer. Not really. I'm not that great at hammer. I really am not. I do not want to pretend as if I'm some sort of hammer master. I am nothing more than semi-proficient. Let's get back to hunting. No more drinking, stop it. I'd be pretty happy to have anything signed by Hideo Kojima. Because he's a pretty legendary name in gaming in general. Not just Metal Gear, but gaming in general. In 2010 was the year that I first visited Japan. I managed to go to Japan and come back 3 months before the massive earthquake of 2011. Or 3 or 4 months, but it was pretty surreal watching that unfold on television. Because I was like, hey, I was kind of there very recently. I'm glad I'm no longer there. Because that would have been unfortunate, to say the least. Really unfortunate. Ow. At least I wasn't... Oh, another paralysis. Oh, okay. Stunned, paralyzed, and dead. Before I could even hit him. Poor bastard of a monster. Good hunt. I can imagine. I can imagine you could make that much money. That's very good. Hold on to that. You visited in August? I would have visited in November or December. I think it was early December when I visited. I would guess maybe, not even early, I'd say maybe 15th of December, something like that. July of 2011? Ha! We all visited fucking Japan, here we go. This game is not on the Switch, this is on the Wii U. I would like to think that the fact that the game was released in 2011, as per the information provided by YouTube, would be enough to tell you that it is not on the Nintendo Switch. But anyway. It's alright, not everyone looks at all the information presented before asking questions, I understand that. I knew I was going to get hit by the geyser. I wish I had actually engaged more with vending machines in Japan when I was there. I instead witnessed the fact that they have buttons in restaurants that call the waitstaff. That does not exist in my country. It was quite a culture shock. I had never been to another country outside of Australia when I went to Japan, so I had a lot of culture shock moments. One of the culture shock moments was the fact that I was in Tokyo and everyone was wearing a fucking face mask. That was weird. I remember being fucking lost in the Tokyo subway system and happening upon a police officer who spoke fluent English, who helped me out, which was very nice. The Tokyo subway, not friendly to anyone who is not actually deeply learned in its ways, because quite frankly, it is huge and complicated. So, you would think that you would go to the Tokyo subway system with a destination in mind and you would somehow work out how to get there. It's not that fucking simple, especially when you don't speak the language. It's pretty rough. So, I was basically told which gate to fucking go to and when I should expect the train to arrive by the policeman. Very nice man. Probably not the first time that day he had told some fucking English-speaking person how to fucking get to the train. Oh shit. Beautiful. That is my catchphrase whenever we get a successful KO, apparently. So now that we have broken the chin, we can hit the head without bouncing. I don't know if you noticed, but for some reason I was able to hit the unbroken chin of the steel Uragan without bouncing, but I was not able to do the same with regular Uragan. It's not until the chin was broken with regular Uragan. Okay, that was not another KO. I was about to say, that is way too soon for another KO. My stamina, I know all about it, but we're surviving somehow. We're surviving. Really, given that I live in Australia, I have no business not having visited Japan. I need to go back. I just haven't found the time to do so. It's like a 9-hour flight, which sounds like a lot for some people, I'm sure, but for me, it's not. I live in Australia. It's like 24 hours to fucking get to the UK, for example. Well, a little bit under 24 hours, but it's a long fucking time. So a quick 9-hour flight to Japan is really quite simple for me. I've definitely flown a lot of times, and I hate flying for that reason, because all the places I've been to are a very long way away from Australia. So, one good thing at the very least is that Jenny and I have a very similar time zone, because Japan, I believe, is only like an hour behind Sydney. So, it should be 1 in the afternoon where Jenny is right now. That is assuming that daylight savings or non-daylight savings is... There shouldn't be daylight savings. I think daylight savings is currently in effect, so maybe it's 2 hours difference, I'm not sure. Your flight to Japan was 22 hours, yeah. So a flight to Japan for me is very close by, whereas a flight to where you are, or a flight to Europe, is a very, very arduous journey. Hey, you got a pallium. Now, Steel Urugan does not have his own rare item, because he is a subspecies of Urugan. He does have his own drops, but he doesn't have his own rare item. 367. I can do another hunt, why not? I'm in the mood. I'm not doing anything else, shit. I mean, I'm only starving. I'm only starving. There's nothing wrong with that. I can stop being starving whenever I want. Dearie me. I'm just checking the number of items that I have in my box every time I store. Put another pitfall trap in. Let's see if I can buy nets or pitfall traps from the granny. I don't know if either of those things are purchasable items, but in case they are, I would like to make sure that she's not selling them. Even spiderwebs I would be happy to buy. Nutrients. I've got 104 of those. Okay, I think it's nutrients and honey creates mega nutrients, is that right? Let's have a look. Yes. Nutrients and honey. Let's combine a few of those, not many. I'm just doing it because I'm thinking of doing it, and then we'll combine mega nutrients with what I believe to be dragon toadstools to create max potions. Yes. Now bring deodorants. Well, we're not going to do another Steel Urugan. We've already done one. We weren't doing it for any specific reason, such as getting materials, so we'll be doing something else. I've never understood that sound effect that the girl makes when you talk to her. It's like, what the fuck is that? That's not a human sound effect. That's, well, human sound effect. That's not the sound that a human makes when they talk. It's fucking weird. It's existed since Try. I don't know why they fucking reused that sound effect. Because, you know, I'm clearly talking to a human of sorts. Whereas that is not the sound of a human. Let's do Dia Morales. Good idea. I'm typing like this on my fucking Wii U gamepad. Let's do Morales. I don't know what Leanne is posting. Maybe he had an idea as to what to post, but that is another monster exclusive to this game that I have not showcased. And the reason why I haven't really been fighting Morales is because I fought a lot of him. But some of you probably haven't seen him, so I would like to at least show him off. He's very cool. He's a very cool monster. I like him a lot. Kale has visited the port. Here we go. Kale is the person who joined repeatedly and kept on leaving. I don't know why, maybe because he wanted to see if he could join a quest and we were constantly on a quest, so he kept on leaving, but whatever. Wrong guy. Talk to this woman, thank you. Thank you. Is the Black Flame of Calamity... No, that's the strong... No, that's... Yeah, let's just do the Black Flame of Calamity. You just wanted to hear the sound effect? Oh. Well, basically, it's existed since Triads. Basically, the guild girls at the counter, they have like a high, and they have like a... It's like, what the fuck is that? From the moment I first played Tri, I was very confused as to what the hell that was supposed to be. It made no fucking sense. I've never understood it, because obviously there is a thought process and an actual physical effort that goes into creating a sound. I would guess it came from a person's mouth. Now, why such a sound would be made from a person's mouth with the intention of it being a girl greeting someone, I don't know. Because it's not... Anyway. It's very bizarre. I didn't know you were leaving number 7, but bye. Alrighty. So we do have a group of 4 now. So this is going to be a very quick hunt, I would dare say. So Leon is using... Oh, we're using the same gun. He's using Eclipse Gambit with Critical Eye +3, Challenger +2, and Pierce Up. What have I got in comparison to that? I've got Challenger +2, Attack Up Small, Pierce Up, and Evade Extender. So the difference between us is that I choose to go with Evade Extender for the reason that Heavy Bowgun is very difficult to use with good DPS if you don't have Evade Extender. What I do here is, instead of using additional damage skills or affinity skills or anything like that, I use Evade Extender so that I can roll once to get not only out of the way of an attacking monster, but also get out of the range of its general attack sphere, and then go straight back to shooting them. So I actually view Evade Extender as being effectively an attack skill when used in conjunction with a heavy bowgun, for the reason that your DPS is much higher with Evade Extender. There's also the fact, in addition to that, that you get hit less often with this. So you also have higher DPS because you're not healing constantly. So 2 benefits to Evade Extender, which in my view effectively results in an attack up skill. So it does sound a bit like a fart. Maybe she meant to say hello and then her fart drowned out her voice. I don't know. I mean, it's certainly unfortunate, but why it was necessary to appear in 2 games, I cannot say. Yeah, it sounds like a wet fart. I can certainly live without hearing it. Alright, where is Kale? Come on, man. I didn't check his gun. What's he using? Arcan Antiphon. That is the Cedeus heavy bowgun. So he's going, yeah, normal. Bonus shot. What's going on? He's got bonus shot on a fucking heavy bowgun. Hello. As far as normal bowgunning, it's actually the meta for 4-point formation, which is the HRP farming quest of this game. It is, I believe, 2 Nagakugas and 2 Barioth. I don't know if it's 2 green, 2 regular, or it's something like that. But basically, you start off by fighting whatever it ends up being. I can't remember now, it's been a long time. But basically, it's something like 2 Nagakugas, 2 Barioths in the arena, and I believe the meta is 2 normal bowgunners and 2 slime dual blades users, something like that. It's been so long. I think the last time I did the quest was 3 years ago, and I only did it a few times. But yeah, I don't know what Kale's doing. Oh, he's changed to gun lance. He's decided not to gun, maybe because he realized that bonus shot doesn't work with a heavy bowgun. Come on. It is 3 ultimate. Yeah, so that's what I wasn't sure about. I thought that maybe the subspecies were involved, so that is to say, regular Naga in green and Barioth and Sand Barioth. I couldn't remember exactly how it worked, but yeah, that sounds about right. But 4-point formation was the experience grinding quest of this game, and I have a recording from about 2016, 2017, something like that, in the Random Hunt series where it had these fucking Hunter rank 800 plus people doing 4-point formation, and I had a mixed set with Abyssal stuff, and I had an Edge Master and Bomb Boost Talisman, and so therefore I had the Bomb Boost skill and Honed Blade with something else, you know, whatever it ended up being. And he was like, swap Bomb Boost for something. No, that's what it was. So I had my Rocksteady and Edge Master Talisman, and he said, swap Rocksteady for Bomb Boost. And I was like, you do realize that I probably don't have a fucking Edge Master and Bomb Boost Talisman, right? Like, why does he assume that I have that? To the extent where he just tells me to swap those skills as if it's so simple. Well, it's not so simple. I don't have a bunch of Edge Master Talismans at my disposal. I happen to have one that was particularly good, that ended up being good enough to use in a mix set, which ultimately got me Rocksteady. But I clearly, given my Hunter rank, I must have been Hunter rank 280 something. I clearly at my Hunter rank wouldn't have an incredible choice as far as Edge Master Talismans were concerned. Edge Master Talismans are pretty difficult to get in this game. The best possible skill point you can get for them is 3, and you have to get them in the first place. You have to get one that has 3 points of Edge Master, and then you also have to get another secondary skill that's actually worthwhile to use for a mixed set, so it was ridiculous. Hello Hawk, good to see you. But I was really pissed off, and I just left that room. But I remember saying at that time, why would you, 4 years into the game's release, still be doing 4-point formation? Like, why would you be doing that? It was ridiculous. I hated those people. Not only for the fact that they were doing the quest, but also for the fact that they were demanding that I just casually change my skill. As if it was so simple. Now, I haven't actually checked my ammunition. Yeah, let's get Pierce level 2. I feel really bad. We've been sitting here waiting for Kale, and I haven't even in this time fixed my inventory. So let's get some Pin Tuner and Bone Husk S, and that should be good enough. I don't think I need any more combinations beyond that. Swap Bone Husk L for Bone Husk S. And get Pin Tuner. If we wanted to shoot even more, we could get Huskberries and Wyvern Fang, but I don't think we need to do that. This guy should die fairly quickly. But hopefully it will be a long enough hunt to demonstrate Dia Morales. Japanese name being Guran Mirause, and he is also exclusive to this game. He did not appear in a game before this, and he did not appear in a game after this. Will he ever appear again in the series? Given that Kale says sorry for taking so long to get ready. Will Morales ever appear in a game after this? I would say so, because Capcom's track record suggests that they like to bring monsters back. So I would say Morales will probably come back. Yeah, Dragon Lymph 09, yeah, it's, yeah. My intention is not to actually stream to Twitch anymore. I've stopped. For the reason that I can't stream to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously while having both of them look good. At the moment I have my stream settings set to make YouTube look as good as possible. Unfortunately Twitch can only have a limit of 6,000 kilobits per second for the stream, and that cannot be handled by Twitch if I go to as high as 12k, which I have at the moment. So actually what I'm doing is not streaming on Twitch. And technically I'm streaming on Twitch so that I can download the VOD quickly after having recorded, and I can also clip things if I want to, but for the most part I do not intend for people to watch on Twitch. But the fact that you managed to get here onto this YouTube stream through Twitch shows that people can at least access it and can at least take the time to come here. So I do thank you for taking the time to make your way to the YouTube stream, and I hope you stick around. But do keep in mind that I'm not really streaming on Twitch anymore, so... Now of course, given the fact that we are underwater here... Oh, he's fallen over. So given the fact that we are underwater, we need to observe the change in critical distance for gunning. So we need to be very close to him. It looks as if we're very close to him, but it's actually the ideal critical distance, because your critical distance, I believe, is somewhat halved when you're underwater. Or it might be reduced by a third, something like that. But it's definitely reduced. So basically how Twitch works in terms of bitrate is that Twitch forces the viewer to have the exact same bitrate that is being streamed by the streamer. Whereas YouTube actually transcodes the video and makes it so that no matter what the person's connection is, well, I suppose up to a point. If the person has terrible internet, they can't really watch back smoothly, but even if the person does not have the ability to watch what on Twitch would be a 12K bitrate video, they can still watch it on YouTube because it is transcoded to make it so that it's viewable by the person. Now, this is only made possible through YouTube's incredible hardware that they do all their video processing through. I don't really know the actual specifics of it, I really don't, but all I can say is that YouTube is pretty crazy. But the downside to it is that, okay, here's how it works. YouTube requires the streamer to have a much better internet connection than Twitch does. But in return, YouTube is actually better for the viewer that has a poor connection. Whereas Twitch actually requires the viewer to have a good connection, and the streamer also in turn does not need the best connection either, because they are basically streaming for people with low connection anyway. That's how it works. So, I would say that was not the best description of the whole situation. It's just I try not to go deep into it because people, for those who don't care, I'm sure it's an annoying thing to listen to, but yeah. Never seen this monster before? Yeah, this is Dire Morales. He is the final boss monster of 3 Ultimate. He does not exist in a game outside of this game. He's effectively the Crimson Fatalis equivalent of 3rd gen. He starts off as an underwater fight, and then he makes his way on land. He's still underwater here because we've dealt a lot of damage to him. As you can see, when you deal enough damage to certain parts of his body, the lava glowing effect disappears. That is effectively breaking that part of his body. We are doing a lot of damage to him, by the way. I mean, I'm doing a lot of damage on my own, but this team, very good team. So this might not end up being the best possible demonstration of this monster because he'll probably die pretty quickly. But, yeah, that's alright. You can see that when he shoots his fireballs like this, he is very, very similar to Fatalis. In fact, I would say that his fireball maneuver is actually... I would say that Fatalis of 4th generation is modelled after Morales directly, because Morales was intended to be a 3rd generation fight of a Fatalis monster. It's just he's sort of a weird hybrid. So they modelled 4th generation Fatalis after this fight that we're doing right now. So therefore the animations where he's shooting his fireballs on his hind legs is exactly what you would see in 4th generation Black Fatalis. And it is that way because he, that is to say, Dire Morales, was the first confrontation in the series that was like that. Yeah, I suppose it's a nice thing. The unfortunate thing is that I do have less discoverability because Twitch is not really an option now. Most people who join a Twitch stream that doesn't even connect will not even go so far as to try to find my stream like that other guy did, that Dragon Ball guy. But really, it's just necessary for me to have YouTube look better, because when I was tailoring my bitrate to suit Twitch, it was making YouTube look like crap, because YouTube requires a higher bitrate to look good. So I decided that if YouTube is my main place of content creation, I should instead be tailoring it to YouTube's benefit. And if Twitch can't play ball at that point, too bad. I can't really do anything. That's what I've decided. So I have decided to forego the additional discoverability that exists on Twitch for the benefit of YouTube. Morales is now coming on land. There he is. Now for Blade Masters, his main weak point is this thing here. When this is not broken, it's this big swirling ball. It's this big swirling ball of lava. Poor bastard. In ideal scenarios, he actually dies before he even gets on land. But at least I was able to show you guys him coming on land. It's a bit of a different confrontation when he's on land. Not super different, but different enough. But yeah. This guy has 6 carves, I believe. Not 9 that you would normally get from Fatalis. But I do think it's important to choose a primary platform for streaming. At the moment I'm still multi-streaming to Twitch just so that I can download things and clip things, but whether or not that continues is something that I can't say for sure. I'm definitely not going to say that it will continue that way indefinitely, because I don't know if Restream is actually negatively influencing the stream that you guys receive, because I use Restream to multi-stream. So if Restream actually causes slight delays or quality degradation or anything like that, if I get wind of that, or catch wind of that, I will stop using Restream and consequently I will stop multi-streaming to Twitch. So yeah, that's pretty much the situation. It doesn't suit everyone, but unfortunately, it's what suits me best at this time. I will save my progress, thank you. I don't know if we'll do another hunt. We probably can, but I think I will first. Oh, I only just noticed that James was using his Zephyrs Gladius, which I actually have in Generations Ultimate. Oh, that's not a good set, is it? Especially for Greatsword. Fucking hell, what's going on there? Not good. I've always referred to the Ivory Laggy set as being not great, but that's a great demonstration of how to not use it. Alright, I'm going to briefly go to the bathroom, and then we will continue, I think. Earthshakers, says James. Well, I don't know what the Earthshakers quest is. How do I remember that? He probably assumes that I play this game often, given my hunter rank. No, I've more or less had this hunter rank for 3 years. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Well, less than a little bit, more like 2 minutes. And we are back. Or I am back at the very least. What are we doing? Oh shit. I'm going to have this be my last hunt. Because this is going to wear me out to the point where I'm just not going to want to continue afterwards, so... I could use Pierce. I don't think I will. I think I'll use... Wait, didn't we do this quest before? I think we did, didn't we? We did a very similar quest to this towards the end of my last 3 Ultimate recording. What could I use? I could use Serra Symmetry. Yeah, let's use Serra Symmetry. Let's do it. This is a good raw greatsword. Very good raw greatsword, actually. This is the only appearance of this particular weapon in 3rd generation. The previous name for this weapon was the King Atalat sword in Freedom Unite. It was intended to be a mix between the white Monoblos and the... Well, it was sort of the Monoblos slash Diablos weapon that used Diablos, black Diablos, and white Monoblos and Monoblos stuff. Basically, a weapon to combine them all. But it is obviously exclusively a Diablos weapon in this game because Monoblos doesn't exist. The 3rd gen equivalent to this weapon was the Diablos Horn sword. Basically it looked like a Diablos horn that had been sort of cleaved slightly, so as to reveal its hollow, not really hollow, no, it's not hollow at all. Basically reveal its internal workings and sort of look, it's, imagine a tree trunk that has been sliced and you can see the inner workings of it. But, yeah, that was the 3rd gen equivalent of this sword, and I think the Horn sword actually exists in tandem with this in this game, but this is the superior one. Okay. Looks like everyone's ready except me. Am I ready to go? Looks like I am. Showing you the set. Focus, rock steady, critical draw, and sharpness +1. Let's go. Looks like Leon is going Dragon Greatsword. That is assuming that he has Awaken. I don't think he has Awaken. I think he's going for raw damage here. So we've got the same idea. Raw Greatsword. But I'm using Serra Symmetry, which I think is better for this application. But whatever. Perhaps he would beg to differ. Are we doing this one at a time? We are. How about that? Oh! Instant flinch. Nothing wrong with that. I will take that. I will eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Notice how I didn't go for the level 3 so that I could get my level 2 off there? That's basically the little dance that you undertake with Greatsword. It's looking at what the monster's doing and deciding whether or not it's worth going for a level 3. Because it's better to get a successful level 2 than miss a level 3, obviously. And that is ultimately what determines your damage output with the Greatsword. DPS is always very important when it comes to Greatsword, or when it comes to any weapon. And DPS with Greatsword is all about determining what you can get away with. Greed is the downfall of any Greatsword user. And I can see, based on how Leon is playing, he knows very well what the balance is for that. He knows Greatsword timing, which you would expect, but I'm just observing that. Oh, that guy's using normal gun, it looks like. Hitting the head. Very good. Which is what you should be doing with a normal gun. Normal gun is all about consistently aiming for the weak point with localized damage. Oh, look at that. Very nicely done, guys. Very good indeed. Alright. Hey Arexion, I'll let you know because I know that you prefer to watch on Twitch, but I'm actually not streaming on Twitch anymore. The Twitch stream is up at the moment, just not viewable because I want to use it to download the stream and also clip things if I can clip things but I'm actually tailoring the stream to the YouTube live streaming, how do I say, conventions at the moment. Basically, YouTube requires a much higher bitrate, so I'm putting the bitrate to what is good for YouTube, and basically leaving Twitch in the dust. It may not be the case that I will be going live on Twitch in the future at all, but for now, I'm still going live on Twitch, just not with any intention of people watching on Twitch live. So, as far as how the hunt's going, it's going pretty well. I'm pretty happy with this. Maybe I could put down a bomb. Come on, guys, let's just let him get in the trap. As long as they position themselves in line with the trap, we'll be alright. Okay, he should back into the trap here. Yep. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Now, his head is not really a weak point. Very good. I'm liking this hunt. I like this team. Can't really see what's going on. Okay, he's launching himself over there. I couldn't see if he was going vertically in the air or going somewhere else. He went somewhere else, to put it simply. Oh, managed to hit me with that. I thought he would go over me, but he didn't. Yeah, that's right. You're the second person to say that. It's very encouraging to see that people are well, it's encouraging that people are encouraging me. Who would have thought? But what I mean is that it's good to have positive feedback, you know. Focusing on one platform is definitely working out in my favor. I really thought that I'd be able to get the best of both worlds, and I was trying to do that, but yeah, unfortunately, it has to be either Twitch or YouTube. It cannot be both. And it has to be YouTube because YouTube is my place of content creation. So, therefore, I am streaming on YouTube. And it seems to be doing fine in terms of discoverability because not only is it discoverable while live, but the VODs have discoverability. There is no such thing as VOD discoverability on Twitch because Twitch is a live stream platform, whereas YouTube is not exclusively for live viewing. So, it works very well in that way, I think. So I'm actually, for me personally, YouTube is my place of content creation. For some people it's better to go for Twitch, for me it's better to go for YouTube because not all of my videos are live. Most of them are, but at least these days, but I'd love to just stay with YouTube. Not because I'm particularly loyal to YouTube, but because I think that it's functionally better for what I'm looking for. That's what I think. So thanks for the feedback, Alexion. Alright, detonate, Mr. Bowgun. Come on. I would have gone for the arms had those bombs not been there. But he took a while to detonate them. He should have been ready to detonate from the beginning, instead of pulling out his weapon and shooting them 5 seconds into the trap. Anyway. I'm enjoying using the serosymmetry though. We need to sharpen, having said that, because otherwise we will not be doing sufficient damage, to be honest. The ideal scenario is to have serosymmetry at purple sharpness, because that is the whole reason why I have sharpness +1 with this thing. Because purple sharpness with serosymmetry is incredible damage. Just incredible. Very, very good. Shits on everything, really. Uh-oh. Got hit with that. Nice. That's a bit dangerous. Ugh. Can we get a level 3? No. Go for level 2, and I think I just missed it. That's annoying. So, is Bracky the... No, I don't think Bracky is the last hunt. I can't remember what the last monster is. Is it Stygian? Could be Devil Joe. We'll see. I don't think it's Devil Joe. I feel that if it were Devil Joe, I would have remembered that. There's definitely like a 4 or 5 monster quest where Devil Joe is the last hunt. I don't think it's this one. I think it's a different... Oh, shit. Although the name of this quest is the Earthquakers. So you would think that Devil Joe would fit into that. But perhaps not. I'm going to top up my sharpness here, just in anticipation of whatever comes next. My assumption is that it might be Devil Joe, although I can't say for sure. Okay. Let's see what we've got next. I'm sure these guys know what's next, but I just don't know because I can't check. I can't remember what it was, and unfortunately, the quest info just doesn't tell you. I don't know whose idea it was to not include that information in the quest info. Like, how could it possibly... Like, what kind of oversight is that, realistically? It's incredible that you could actually... I mean, you can see that it's 3 out of 4 monsters killed, but... Fucking hell. How hard is it to just list the monsters that we fight in each quest? Makes no sense to me. Whatever. If they can do it in Freedom Unite, they can do it in this freaking game. It is Stygian Zenoga. I was right. Ooh. Ow. I thought he was going after Kale, but he wasn't, he was going after me. Here we go, there's an opportunity to charge his face. Trying to go for a level 3. Very good. Got to flinch off because we both Leanne and I did a level 3 on his face, more or less, or at least in that general area. Managed to get that hit off on his tail. Better than no damage, that's for sure. Although do keep in mind that even if it looks as if I miss, on my screen, damage compensation may still deal the damage. Which is good. Uh-oh. Couldn't really do much about that. Dear. Nothing wrong with a knockdown, but it wasn't good for me in that situation. Oh, I missed my level 3. Good try to cut that tail. Let's go for it. Alright, let's sharpen up. Oh no, we'll take this opportunity that's coming now. Oh no, I thought he was going to charge up. Oh, he's fucking dead. Bye. Good hunt, guys. That worked out very well. I'm actually not feeling quite so emotionally drained as I thought I would be after that quest, but I think we will leave it at that. We are almost 4 hours into this recording. This is longer than what your typical Doomlink's live hunts recording would go for. I would like to have it hit the 4-hour mark, but I can live without that. 3 hours and 57 minutes or whatever it will end up being by the time I'm actually finished will be perfectly fine. And besides, it's about time that I ate. And I think I will go and check to see if Sonic 06 Xbox 360 has arrived at my fucking doorstep. I think I'd rather not know, but Let's see what we can do as far as acquiring it. Anyway. Quest complete indeed. What have we got? No rare items, unfortunately. I will only take the items that I don't have 99 of. Okay. There we go. I will let the team, we've hunt ranked up, that's pretty good. I will let the team know that I am closing the room. That is correct etiquette in 3 Ultimate. Some people don't do it. Most do. I'll let them know. Closing room. Thanks for hunting. Nice to meet you. For hunting! Ah! Get it out before they leave. Thanks for hunting. James gives me his guild card, well thank you. Oh. I don't have enough room in my guild card list. Sorry, James. Thanks for hunter, I wrote. Thanks for hunting is what I meant to write. Oh well. Thanks for hunter. The best way to... Imagine if you wanted to actually get everyone out of the room without kicking them. You just say closing the room and they all leave. No, I do actually intend on finishing up here, so... Come on, Kale. James is back. Come on. I'm closing the room. Well, you guys have got... I'll give you guys 10 seconds. Or I'll give Kale 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. Return to lobby. Either way, I do thank you guys for watching. This has been the second in a row 3 Ultimate recording in Doomlink's Live Hunts. Will we do another recording in this game in Doomlink's Live Hunts? I would say so, for the reason that we are probably going to do whatever it's called, Joke Weapon Roulette, next time we play Generations Ultimate. I don't necessarily feel like doing it, but I feel like I need to, so I will do that. But yeah, that will probably happen next week, or maybe later on this week, we'll see what happens. But either way, yeah, come on Kale, you got this. No, he didn't have it at all. He probably doesn't speak English or something. Oh well. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you in this game if I do see you in it next time, or perhaps I'll see you when I'm playing a different game. Either way, I will see you probably tomorrow hunting something else, or not necessarily hunting something else, but at the very least playing something